And also, welcome the new member of the family. This little bastard. I haven't even named it yet, but it is a rescue. It was in very rough shape when my buddy found it the other day, last week. And yeah, all of a sudden, fucking a few meals later, and she's a full girthy kitty, healthy as can be. Now, we're new to the live streams again. I haven't been on here in a while, so if you can hear what I'm saying and you know what's going on here, then say something in the chat here because I got to make sure the stream is up and working. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Just gonna wait on the first comment here. I'm Kitty up, was up. Think First Productions, Madden 86. We got those two coming through. Who else we got in here? Is the feed clear? Can you guys let me know? Hi, Christina. Hi, FJT. Foot Justin Trudeau. Is the stream nice and smooth and clear? Perfect. Awesome. Good to hear. My Wi-Fi, well, the Starlink, we just switched it up so I can take you guys out to the shop here. We can hang out in there where I'm going to have a drink and a cigarette because I haven't had a cigarette in, about 3-4 days. So I figured maybe I'll have one. I'm trying to justify that I don't smoke because I really don't smoke. But when I'm having a good time, I smoke. And tonight we're going to have a good time. We just have to set up a boundary with how long we're going to be on here. So if everybody would like to, if you do or do not, grab a drink or do not, and let's have a sip and have a chat. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go out to the towards the shop here and see. So yeah, just update me again. Is the stream clear? Ooh, the new kitty. Yeah, the new kitty's a sweetheart. Yeah, dope. I'm excited to start doing these again. I think I'm going to do them every Friday or every Thursday. I'm not entirely sure yet. I am vaping, but I left it in the car there. We'll get into it. We'll have a chat. Am I wearing more Crocs tonight? You betcha. Let's wear some Crocs. Trouble says let's race our RVs. I'm down. I almost took my RV on Miles Mayhem. I literally almost took on Miles Mayhem because the car wasn't going to go. But yeah, we were good. Got a car going. Got a car or two going. See you guys, Bella. How you doing out there, Wet?
I'm cold.
Say hi to everybody, Wet.
I'm cold.
Yeah, it's getting chilly out. Fall's coming here in Foothills County. So Bella hasn't been on the live stream in a while. What's that, Bill? Who's that? Yeah. Say hi. I speaks. Roll over. Yeah, let's roll over. Yeah, just got a storm coming in. Let's show you guys the yurt while we're out here. Do some yurt touring. Yeah, just kind of been hanging out, getting off the live streams. I'm gonna start doing them every Thursday, Friday. I tried doing yesterday, but I totally forgot there was a birthday thing planned. Whitney had time for me, and I promised her a date out in the Camaro, so we ended up going and doing that. But look at this thing. We got to move this back to the front yard, but got a little wood stove in here. Put some real house carpet down. Goddamn bed in there. Be a cool little hangout spot. Whitney does her breathwork stuff in there. For those who don't know, my significant other Whitney does a lot of breathwork facilitating. You can find her under Slowbird Coaching on Instagram. If you ever want to come here and hop in the yurt and do a breathwork session, we'll have a fire and maybe getting some psychedelics. Whitney the Slowbird. Sorry. But yeah, no, we're doing drinks tonight in live stream. So if anyone's out there wants to tie into a drink with me, then go ahead. And if you don't drink, then totally understandable. Hey, look at that. Can't even see the mountains tonight. Oh, you can see them a bit, I guess. Camaro, if it was fire, tire. Oh, thanks, Matt. Maiden, yeah. High River got hit with a storm, Kim says. Yeah, so it kind of just went around us. One went that way, and they usually kind of go around us. We got a bunch of rain earlier. But yeah, I did that burnout. The shout out for what do you call it? The Patreon, sorry. So thanks everyone who's donated to the Patreon, the link below. Or maybe not in this video, I don't have it linked up, but in my videos I got a Patreon if you want to donate. Help support a fellow YouTuber. If not, support me by liking this video, sharing it, and subscribing to my channel, which I'm sure most of you probably already are. Yeah, hold on, a couple comments here. I see some interesting ones. We're going to talk about Rev and Kevin. That'd be funny. Actually, I'm going to keep shut up about that for now until I release a video on it. So let's just not talk about it tonight. We'll be matching up with it on next week's live stream. This garage is a mess right now. Let's see. Trouble just cracked a beer with me. Dope. Hell in the Cell match with Rev and Kevin. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Jason. I don't know how many people in here know about this idea that I have yet, but just no more. This is it's gonna be a surprise for everybody. Most people don't follow my Instagram stuff on here, so I don't think they do anyways. Maybe you do. What the hell do I know? But where is this in Alberta? I'm down in Foothills County. But yeah, back in my shop again. I noticed, I don't know, the first thing I guess I want to talk about is the idea. Actually, first, before I get into it, because I'm in my garage, I've never done a live stream in here before. I want to know, does this stream look good? Is it clear? Is it consistent? Is it glitching? I need to know right now, and then we're gonna have some chats here, and we're gonna ask me some questions. We're gonna get into some stuff. I'm excited to be back on here. I just been taking a break. I've been taking a big break from like I just want to produce what I want to produce, kind of thing. Get away from the freedom stuff for a bit, and I'll explain why in a minute. But nice collection in the shop. Thank you so much, Trish. Very clear, awesome, Johnny. Yeah, it's good. FJT, dope. Need an update in the Trans Am. Trans Am's coming soon. I'm supposed to be working on it like today. Supposed to be working on this car literally like today and yesterday, but I'm backed up on video production right now, so I'm okay. First of all, I'm trying to take YouTube full time, so I've been filming a lot this summer. I filmed Shambhala, which was like between filming and editing and kind of advertising it. I probably put about 100 hours into that project, and I made $50 on it. So I'm just throwing that out there. It's working. I'm making some money. So it's helping. Eventually it's going to help me pay for some of this camera gear and all that stuff, and hopefully take me full time on YouTube. But now I'm doing Miles Mayhem series. Actually, I'm doing a video which releases tomorrow of how I got home from the Kootenays, and the next video is getting the car ready for Miles Mayhem. Then the next 5 videos are participating in the Miles Mayhem drag and drive event. Is that thing working? It actually doesn't matter. Like my data is restored, so. It seems to be smooth right now.
Yeah, but then you're gonna use all of that.
No, it doesn't use much for live streams. I'll only have for an hour. But anyways, so live streams I haven't been doing for a while. I haven't been motivated to really dive into YouTube and be super consistent with it. But I'm starting to now. I'm starting to get into it. I've launched a Patreon for where people can go to donate and support me and financially if they wish to. And if not, like I said on here, just watching and being here and, hanging out. That's all I need. So anyways, the content with the freedom stuff. A lot of people have been, they've been calling me a whatever. You really let us down. You're a traitor. I get it, but at the same time, these other people don't get it at all because I was originally a car content channel. I was never a journalist. I was never a freedom fighter in the sense. I mean, I talked for years and years and years about what all this stuff is, and then when there was a call for action, I went on it and I tried to provide the world with a just a vision as to what I was seeing, what was actually going on in the country, and then some people come at me being like, oh man, you're abandoning the freedom or you're abandoning. It's like, dude, there's a lot of YouTubers right now that are doing a very good job at providing you with freedom content, like such as Dave Live from the Shed, War Campaign, Jeremy McKenzie, and people like that. They're doing like super dope content. And like every time I come back to revisit it, I'm like, it's not what I'm into. I like the Gonzo journalism stuff, but it's also like I'm a car channel. I'm a travel channel. Like I want to just, I don't know, teach people good vibes, teach them my philosophy and stuff. And that's what I'm happy doing. I'm not happy doing the freedom stuff as much. I'm not, I like producing car videos. That's actually why I blew up on the Freedom Convoy, is because I love cars and I love trucks and I love filming, and I'm like, this is my thing, and I love freedom, and I love, I supported the whole mask off thing through the whole, crapdemic there. But anyways, yeah, so now I'm just reverting back, taking a step back, and because I know like the big blow up with the subs and stuff on here. Like I was a 2,000 sub channel, and now I'm like 40,000 subs. I was almost at 50, but I've gone back a couple thousand because a lot of people just join me for the journey, and then after that, they respectfully left. They're like, we have nothing to do with this. You're doing other stuff now. Thanks for doing what you did, and that's good. So now it's like it kind of hurt my algorithm, but at the same time, I have all you guys on. We're all hanging out, and I have so many dope friends across Canada and in the States and places where people are like, come on down, let's party. I've been meeting people, partying everywhere with people all summer. They're like, hey man, see you on YouTube. You want to come check out our place? I'm like, I want to come party. I'll be driving through somewheres, and so yeah, this has done wonders for my life. It's united me with fellow Canadians, so super dope there. And I've just been talking, so I'm gonna go back and read some comments. Calgary police are making a mint. Really?
There's a speed trap. He was talking about there's a speed trap.
Oh, there's a speed trap. Oh, okay. What about mint though?
Money.
Oh, they're making a dime. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Trouble.
I got some if you want it. It's really good.
The Wi-Fi's good. Oh, I'm on it now. Double check now that I'm back on the Wi-Fi. Is the stream clear?
It's good.
It's good? Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Whitney. Say bye to Whitney, everyone. Leave me that vape. We gotta talk about vaping, Christina. I totally have been vaping, which is why I haven't been smoking much. But when I've been partying, I've been having some darks. But all right, comments. Damn real work again. Shams was sweet. Can't wait for Miles Mayhem. Thank you. Live streams. I'm going to come back on the live streams, Kim. I'm doing them every Friday. Remember that, folks. Every Friday, we're going to do a live stream. Honestly, if I feel like it's... I got to be consistent with this as a YouTuber if I want to do this full time, though. I can't tell you guys I'm going to do it Friday and then be like, oh, wait, Thursday works better because I'm traveling Friday. But I'm spontaneous. I'm all over the place. So it's like, I know for a fact, I know people are very nice here and they're like, dude, you can do whatever. We'll watch it, but at the same time, it's like I have to be consistent for those who are on another schedule than me, like people who are working, people who are doing their thing. So I want to do them Fridays. Sometimes I am sending it on Fridays, so I'm gonna try to figure this out. This is really confusing for me. I'm not used to committing to things. That's why the Freedom Convoy worked out for me, because I just hopped in my truck and went, right? Finding out none of the negative comments are coming up here. I know 12 people making them. They aren't coming up. I wonder why. You're controlled and so is your comment section. I've seen nothing yet. And honestly, if that were true, like I have mods right now that are modding this and they would be taking the negative, stupid comments out, like the super vicious stuff, but they know not to take out just general conversation or questions. And I would see it here right now. I would see if someone removed a comment, and scrolling through every single comment so far, I see nothing that says anything was removed. So this is either a troll comment or someone who's watching another live stream completely misinformed. I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on with that comment. But most people, I mean, if you look at my comment sections and my general feedback and my analytics on YouTube, which I know mostly because they are my analytics, I don't have much negative bullshit because haters, they just don't come around, you know? I mean, there's not much. I mean, I'm a pretty nice guy. And if people want to come around, they want to talk shit, like I'm going to tell them what I think, you know? So most people just zip it, you know, zip it. I don't censor people that way. Unless they're being savages. They're coming in here and they're wrecking a feed and they're trolling and they're just nonstop dropping comments. Like, you're gone, you know, you're gone. Love the flag in your pick. Oh yeah, that was JB24. I don't know. I don't know who JB24 is, but someone sent me that. Maybe it was you. I don't know, but someone sent me that. I can't remember the name right now. I have the addresses. I sent it back to them, but they sent it to everybody around Canada and had everyone sign it, and then I sent it back to them. So I signed it at my deck. It was like on Canada Day that I signed it. So it's so cool. Whoever has that flag, that's a cool little piece of Canadian history. They're from the States. They're from down like the East Coast somewhere or something. So pretty neat. But yeah, so live streams, back into them. I've been taking some time off from YouTube, been backing off, going traveling and stuff, working on things, been going to the gym a lot, taking care of my health. The Freedom Convoy was a big detrimental hit to my health. I thought so. JB24, it was me. Okay, cool. That flag, so glad I had a privilege to sign it. Thanks for sending it this way. And you have a really cool little piece of history. Because like I said, I signed it on Canada Day. But yeah, Freedom Convoy took a big hit on my health. Wasn't eating good, was constantly working 24/7, going up and down the stairs, you know, whatever, going through here, walking up, jumping into cabs or trucks. I was eating fast food. It was really bad. And yeah, Justin Barnes. Is Justin Barnes actually this other channel? Either way, Justin Barnes. Thanks, Justin Barnes. The fuck else are we talking about here? I can't swear as much anymore either because YouTube will demonetize me. I know I'm being censored. But... oh yeah, what was I gonna say? You know, that's another thing. That's another thing I was bringing up that people that I've heard people say. This has been a couple times. I've caught people saying this in the comment section, but they're like, because Reverend Boy Howdy there was saying that I was how do you say it? I was something to do with clout chasing, or I was like just there for the money or something. It's like, dude, you know. Then people started saying this. They've been saying in the comments like, oh, you were just there for the money. It's like, dude, you know how much money I lost because I didn't watermark my shit, nor did I actually pursue properly monetizing my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and the other hand, maybe I wouldn't have, you know, had as much viewership if I didn't use such slap songs. But at the same time, obviously not about money. And I know 99% of you don't have to explain that to. But in case any haters are listening, it is nice to sum that up because it's nice to break them in half. Hello, Frank. How are you? And honestly, with the live streams, I want to get creative with them. I want to start doing Like, this is my launch live stream to get back into live streams, my announcement, getting everyone familiar with what we're going to be doing here on Fridays. And then going forward, I would really like to just start going and doing things for the live streams. So if I am sending it on a Friday night, idea, then I commit, right? So like if I'm here at my house, go do a live stream, I kind of want to go out. It's like, why don't I just go out? Thank you so much, Brandy. Do I look like I do drugs? Dickered with Dave. Hey, buddy, still playing guitar? Yeah, I'll play some Folsom Prison Blues before we go out here. That's an idea though. I do live streams. You know, they're every Friday night at 6:30, and I go to the city or something before, and then I'm in the city, launch a live stream. We commit to 1 hour on the live stream, which is what these are going to be. They're going to be about an hour every week. Commit to the live stream, and then off to, you know, doing what I was doing in the city, and then I go send it, right? So I'm already setting myself up to send. Oh, dude, that's a great idea. That's what I'm gonna do. Every Friday, 6:30, let's do it. And then we just said 43,000 subscribers is quite respectable. It is. It's a great amount. I love it. I'm not about the number. The engagement is not there though, to really provide me with, you know, a good source of income to pay for camera expenditures. Like, the camera stuff's getting pretty expensive, and, you know, like the time I'm taking off work and stuff. So the viewership's the main number as much as like more than the subs. Like, I know YouTubers that have like 50% or 60% engagement. You know, like they have 100,000 subs and they have 50,000 people watching their videos, or 100,000 sometimes, which that's huge ad revenue. But the thing is with the Freedom Convoy, it did everything great for me. You're all beauties. Everything was beautiful. It's amazing. But the only thing is that it triggered the algorithm the other way because of the loss of subs, the consistent loss of subs. Plus, I haven't been putting out content. Plus, I haven't been transparent on my channel. Plus, I haven't been doing live streams. I haven't been engaging, and, you know, that also hurt my algorithm. But it's also like, I don't know much about it. Maybe I'm just making things up, but definitely don't. I'm happy, but it keeps going down. I'm gonna start trying to get it up, and I want to do this full time. I want to take you guys traveling. I don't know how many people are into the car content. I don't know how many people are into the traveling content. I don't know. It's just what I'm doing though. It's what I love doing. It's what I love filming. You know, like right now, I mean, if you are into the travel content, let me know. If you're into the car content, let me know. I'm kind of everything. Hey, Dylan Ashley, what's up, fellas? Mind if I smoke? Absolutely not. I'll join you. Weren't we darting in the Sun Clipper when we were in Ottawa, or where were we? Quebec. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about this stuff. It brings up such good memories. So good. Redneck Home. Found your channel during the Freedom Convoy. Appreciate the hell out of you and going and keeping informed during. Yeah, thanks so much, Redneck. I wish you could have came too. Bill Hill, Bet Miles Mayhem was a blast. Did you race Josh? It was a blast, and I didn't race Josh. And even if I did, I wouldn't have stood a chance against him in this thing. But that thing, next year. I'm gonna race Josh next year. I'm trying to work Josh for a 4-speed Muncie right now. No, a Super T10 Borg Warner, but he doesn't want to part with it because he wants to put it in his old Nova. But I have a blower intake here for him, for a blower for that 55 gasser. So I'm trying to get him to trade me the transmission, but it looks like he just wants to buy it. So maybe if he buys it off me, then I can just go find my own Super T10 or Muncie 4-speed for my Impala build. Are the two yellow cars the same color yellow? No. This one's a much darker yellow than that one. That one's a bit lighter. That's the Collector's Edition yellow, which was available on only the 93 Trans Am, the first model year, and then the last year of it in the 4th generation F-body. And this color is a custom color. This is originally a 5-liter TPI 5-speed car, which was the car that was built to take out the Fox body Mustang or to run alongside it. This was the pony car of the 80s alongside the Mustang and whatnot, the 5-liter stuff. Originally white, but the person before I painted it yellow. I paid $800 for this car with this paint job, believe it or not. And I did the interior in it. I did the rims and tires on it. If you can see them over there, I got a Torque Thrust 2 replica, like an 18-inch wheel, 295 tire in the back, 275 up front. And it's a nice car. I love this car. I just rescued it after 10 years of leaving it in the barn. I've had it for about 12 years. And yeah, there's some stories getting into that car, and you'll learn a little more about it on the Miles Mayhem video series. Let's get back into comments here. I'm missing them here because I'm talking so much. Oh, how many cars do I have total? Witherball says. I don't know. I know I have like 16 vehicles. I know it's like somewhere's around there. The car is probably like 12, 13. Bring a 55 Chevy home. That car right there. Not this car exactly, but I have a 55 Chevy. It's a 4-door. It's originally a 265 V8 4-barrel power pack, which is a 4-barrel dual exhaust car, which was really rare. As a 4-door Bel Air, though. It's a car that I bought for my dad for his birthday a few years ago, and then he hasn't had time to get it going, so I'm bringing it back out here, and I'm going to get it properly going. I got an engine. It's running and driving. He's sketched out by the brakes. So I'm gonna fix the brakes properly. I actually got the brakes on order today for it through Rock Auto, so that's pretty cool. I might be into the car content, not sure. Car content's gonna go be a bit different for me. I am doing car stuff, but I'm like, as I get going, I'm making videos right now to kind of like explain who I am, things like that. But car content is going like global eventually, or just, you know, stateside. It's gonna go. I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go where I want to see car scenes everywhere. But I'm trying to get down to Kentucky for Holly LS Fest in 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks from now. My buddy second stayed at his place. Shout out to Thomas. He works at Holly, and he's second stayed at his place, and he's got a turbo Trans Am, and he's got another Trans Am, like one's like this one here, and he's gonna let me drive one. So if I go there and I can live stream from Holly LS Fest, and that's what I want to do. That's why I want to take YouTube full time and make a living at it, because I want to travel around and go to the craziest places, do the craziest shit. Hey, here's a vlog where I'm in Tokyo and we're looking at those crazy ass racer cars, the big wings, all the LED lights, and then boom, I'm on a beach in Thailand. And I'm like, now I'm traveling over here, and I'm going to this other car event in this other country. That's what I want to do. It sounds crazy, but it just might work. I don't know. And if it doesn't work YouTube funding wise, then I'll use my other business and I'll work, and then I'll try to make my business super remote, and then I'll, you know, so I can do it all from a laptop, which I can get there. I have a little hack for that, and then I can still do it anyway. So it's probably going to happen either way. Because that's my dream and that's my goal. Ooh, where are we going here? Let's go back to comments. Let's scroll back a bit. Smoke break. Love the car content. Dope, Darren. Most people into cars and YouTubes. LOL. Dope. Smoke them if you got them. Ooh, have a nice life, man. Thanks, FJT. I like traveling vids. The cars are interesting. Thanks, Trish. I like them both. I like combining cars with traveling though. It's like kind of my favorite thing, doing car travel stuff. Darts, claws, and coonhounds. Oh yeah, that's dope. We got to do that again. You got to come out here, Dylan. Dylan's coming out here next year. I'm sure we're going to way to blend car content and travel. Yeah, dope. Totally true, trouble. Where's your mullet? I can't grow hair, or else I would most definitely have one. I had a scallop before I went bald for the first time and the last time I had hair. Hey, Tanner. Hey, James. 86 Monte Carlo SS and the Camaro would look good together. Yep, definitely. I love the 80s, man. God bless Rock Auto. God, yes, their shipping prices are through the ass lately, but definitely, you know, I mean, I call Napa Canada, and they're like, yeah, 169 for a brake rotor for the front of your Camaro. I'm like, what? I'm like, really? They're like, yep. I'm like, all right. I'm going to Rock Auto, and then I just have it shipped down to the Montana shipping depot down here, and I go pick it up because, you know, I'm allowed to, I think I'm allowed to cross the border now, you know. Authoritarianism's on the right. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Why are we arguing over this? It's obviously shady as frig. Come to my area, Tanner. Laguna Sega racetrack is nearby. I can hear the engine from my house. That is cool. I'll come on down. To Laguna. I'd love to. I've always wanted to see all these racetracks all across America. I want to hit Route 66. I want to go street race in Mexico, but not actually Mexico, like LA or some shit, you know, or where they got the Midwest, whatever the hell. I believe in you, bro. Thanks, Awaken Jake. Would love to see this legend collab with UOS. Who's UOS? Love the track. The convoy let people meet you. They come back because of who you are. You will agree no matter what you do. Thanks, man. I got Try 5 stuff if you need. Bill Hill, what do you got? You got Try 5 stuff? What do you got? I honestly, the car I bought's a super complete car. 55 Bel Air, like I said. Super complete car. But there's some things I could probably use. Let me know what you got. You probably have a lot. The guys who have Try 5 stuff usually have Try 5 stuff. It's not like they have like, I got a headlight bezel. Like they have a fucking lot of parts. Have you ever been to the big car show? And nope, not in Carlisle. Nope, never. I would like to go. I've heard of it. I've heard of something down there. I would kill for an 85 A6 Buick Grand National. One guy had it on Miles Mayhem, giant turbo on it. My girlfriend worked there for a while. I'd call her up and complain about the motors are too loud. LOL. That would be loud. You have a real grift with your drone footage and the way you put together your footage. Keep the great work. Thanks so much. What's your favorite thing about Alberta? Middle ground. I grew up in the lower mainland British Columbia. Grew up in Manitoba for the other part of my life, you know, 10 and 10 or so, or 12 and 10. And then this is a good mid ground. It is truly where my soul's at because, I mean, you got flatlands right here on my window, and then you got the mountains right back there. And then I run on my driveway, and boom, cars in the twisties, T-tops off, sun. There's goats and shit. There's like deer and shit. There's crazy rednecks here. Like I got a lot of friends here now. First year I was here, I never made any friends. Just kind of kept to myself, doing house renovations and building cars. And I finally started getting friends this spring out here. I started going around meeting people, and now I got this dope friend group here. There's a lot I love about Alberta. I love how close it is to the Kootenays, how close it is. Like that's my favorite place, Kootenays. We're probably moving there in the next year, maybe even sooner. Looking on a piece of land down there right now, but we're gonna keep this place as well. So we're trying to figure that out. Yeah, I love Alberta. 68 Impala. You got a 68 Impala? Mine's a 65. I support this lad. Thanks, R123. Let me check my battery percentage. 3% battery. Man, these moths and flies in here are brutal. First time I seen your content was when you got the Sun Clipper. What'd you pay for that, buddy? Nigel, I paid 18 grand for it, which, you know, I was looking at all the other ones on the market. They're like, anything with a diesel pusher like that, you know, higher mileage in lesser of shape, 35 to 40. So when I seen that thing come up, I was like, whoa, I gotta get a hold of this guy. All right, let's tell, you know what? Let's tell the story of the Sun Clipper. Sorry if I missed a few comments right now. I'm gonna try to keep up with them. I'm kind of caught up right now. So, story of the Sun Clipper. I'm in Ottawa, and I see an opportunity for me to somehow get in the streets. I'm like, you know what, dude? I need to get in the streets, and I need air horns, and I need a loud diesel engine, or at least a gas job with a straight pipe. So I started looking for motorhomes. I started looking at gas jobs. Went and looked at one that was too ratty. The guy was lying to me. He was clearly addicted to drugs and like trying to hide shit from me. And that's fine. Be addicted to drugs, like whatever. You know, I wish you the best, but you know, this guy's trying to fucking, oh, man, I'm like, dude, it doesn't even run. You fucking told me it runs and it doesn't run, right? Well, it's just because it doesn't right now. It's like, dude, wow. Anyways, fucking guy. So I didn't buy that one. I keep watching them, and I never seen this one come up. It was listed for a week or two, but it was this Sun Clipper, the 91 or 90, I think it's 91 Sun Clipper, Cummins 5.9 12 valve turbo diesel, Allison transmission. 50,000 kilometers. I'm like, whoa, what's this all about? And I'm like, there's no way. It's been up for a week. It would have been sold by now. So I always investigate, message a guy. You know, this is like one of my classic vehicle finding stories. Message a guy, and I'm like, bruh, what's going on here? And then he doesn't message me back right away. Or he did, and then he was like really shady with the responses. I'm like, hey, this he's holding it for some reason. So I'm like, you know what? Let's creep his profile. So I go on Facebook, I creep his profile. The guy has a selfie in front of Peace Tower, the Parliament in Ottawa, you know, where, you know, like all the semis are parked there. And I'm like, dude, the guy's here on the Freedom Convoy. He's here hanging out and he's supporting the cause. I'm like, I can use this momentum of what he's into and what I'm into to get this motorhome and get him to sell it to me quickly. Because I need it now. I need somewhere to live. The hotels, like I was already $5 grand deep in hotels, you know. So I message him. I sent him a link to my YouTube channel. Like, dude, love what you're doing in Ottawa. I'm also here. I said, you'll appreciate my coverage. And my, you know, my interviews with people. I'm sure you will. Like, not trying to sound cocky, but I'm like, I'm sure you'll appreciate, you know, I'm here. And I'm like, I'll explain to you why I need this motorhome and I need you to respond to me. And I told him why. I said, I want to buy your motorhome right now. And I said, I want to park it downtown Ottawa and make a shit ton of noise with the horns and the exhaust. It's a 12 valve Cummins, so I'll straight pipe it. He messages me back right away. He's like, pick me up at my hotel. He's like, dude, thank you. Mechanics, $20. Thank you so much. I forgot there's super chats. Thank you. I totally forgot Super Chats was a thing on here. But, okay, so I go up. He says, pick me up in the morning, and we'll go to Quebec, and we'll get this motorhome. This is where shit gets super, super cool. I pick this guy up. He gets in the car. He's a real French prick with a thick-ass French accent, and we just became best buddies. We're talking about peace and love and some hippie shit, which I'm into. I'm into some of the waves and vibes. Anyways, I'm like, let's go, man. Let's go. So I take him to Quebec. We go look at the motorhome. I walk inside that Sun Clipper for the first time, and I'm like, dude, this is insane. It's like decked out in mirrors. Someone customized the whole interior with mirrors, hardwood oak flooring. Some of you people in the live stream here have met me on the Freedom Convoy. You've been in the motorhome. You've seen it. It is a vibe. So I buy it off him. I go to the bank, get a bunch of cash out because Uncle Trudeau was freezing everyone's bank accounts. Oh, buddy, I don't want to get into this shit. It gets my blood boiling, but Uncle Trudy was freezing some accounts, right? And I'm like, dude, I get my money out. I'm gonna give you cash, pull them out. That's an 87 Z28, not an IROC. Same shit, the pile. Just doesn't have the sticker on the door. Where was I? Oh, money. Pulled it out. And people at the bank are like, dude, you can't pull this kind of money out. I'm like, it's my 20 grand. It ain't that kind of money. It's my kind of money. Let me pull this shit out right now. And they're like, no. So I said, get your manager. I said, I don't want to sound like, I've never been Karen. Never once in my life have I been Karen. But I'm like, get your manager right now. My buddy Michael, I was buying it off. It's like, you should get your manager. So I get the manager, go to the back, and she's like, well, we're going to need to see 2 pieces of ID. I said, no problem. Here's 2 pieces of ID. Give me my money. Well, see the signature on your passport versus your signature on our document that you signed when you became a member here on this account? They do not match. I'm like,
what are you saying? She's like, I can't give you your money. Your signatures don't mount. I'm like, dude, I have 2 pieces of ID. You can see my face. She's like, I know, but it's just kind of weird to pull out this kind of money. I'm like, I'm buying a motorhome. She's like, why don't you do a bank draft? I'm like, buddy wants cash, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime deal for a Cummins 12-valve diesel pusher with 50,000 kilometers in absolutely mint condition. I'm like, I need the money. And she's like, sorry, sir. I'm like, what is the reason? Is it really the signature? She's like, yeah. I'm like, think about it. That signature on that paper, that signature right there that you have, that was digitally done. The signature I have on this one, I wrote by hand. So that signature you're going off was written with one of those stupid plastic pens. And she's like, oh. I'm like, see? I'm not stupid. So who is? Clearly you. Give me my fucking money. So I got my money. I got my money, and me and Michelle, Michael, I said, Michelle, you know, that sexy French prick I take. I'm not gay. I just like to say funny shit. So I go aside of them. We fucking hop in the car. We rip over to his place. Make the final deal, sign the papers, give him the cash, and then shit got interesting. We go on the highway and the thing breaks down. So it stops running and it goes, I'm like, oh fuck. I said, Michael, did you put any winter fuel in it when you stored it? Yeah, I did. I said, no, I don't think you did, man. It fucking gelled up. It died. He's like, yeah, maybe I didn't. I'm like, fuck, you were confident on that decision. Anyways, I'm like, all right, call the tow truck, got it hauled to a shop. And I'm like, all right, what are we doing for the night? He's like, let's go to my place. He's like, we can go party. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we can go party. I'm like, Cass, is that another $20? The real $20 for Tyros. Is that $220? Thanks so much. Dude, thank you. I keep forgetting these fucking live chat things work. It's so dope. So we go to his place, and he lives on a lake in Quebec. And it's like, I'm in Quebec, so I'm winter vibes, right? I've been in Ottawa filming and working my ass off for like 3 weeks straight, or 2.5 weeks before the Emergencies Act came in. Working my ass off, running around, filming everything, hanging out with everybody, having a blast. Then this is the first time I just had like a chill vibe. I'm like, I'm not filming for a day, I'm just hanging out. There's no live streams. There was no sitting in front of a computer all night. There was no 3 hours sleep. It was like, we just hanging out with buddy, bought a motorhome, it broke down. I'm like, yay, mechanic stuff. And then we go to his place, and he's like, "You want to go on the lake with my buddies there? They got a nice fishing shack. Klaus and them," he says. I'm like, Klaus, like Klaus Schwab. He's like, no, like Klaus, like he's like a race car driver. I'm like, okay, sure, let's go. I want to travel to other countries because I know how to find the craziest motherfuckers, right? And it's that language barrier that makes me thrive, and I just say the craziest shit, and be like, you know. So anyways, takes me out on this lake, this huge frozen lake outside of Pinecourt, Quebec, or something. Anyways, we go out there. And here's this beautiful little ice fishing shack that's done like a log cabin. And we sit down in there, and these fancy French pricks are like sitting there eating like steak and this fancy ass dinner. Way fancier dinner I've ever had in my goddamn life. We're sitting there, I'm chatting with this guy, and they're the nicest people ever. And he said something. I said, so you're a race car driver? I said, yeah, I see you got a couple of Miatas out there. You know, like nice Miatas. Like one was painted up like a Ford GT, blue with the orange stripe down the middle, and had like ice pick tires on it. So he had made an ice racing track around on this huge lake. Like this ice racing track was literally like 2 miles long and like a mile wide. It was insane. So I'm sitting in the shack with him. He says, yeah, I drive race car. He says, it's me on the wall. I look up to my right. Fucking Players. Remember the Players car from the Indy in the 90s, in the early 90s? The Indy, the blue and white Players sponsored Indy car? That was him. And I'm sitting there with this guy. I'm like, no way. I'm like, dude, that's you. I watched you on the TV when I was a fucking kid. I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, just fucking mind blown, right? And so I'm sitting there. His name was Klaus or something like that. Sitting there with this guy, and he's the nicest prick ever. And my buddy says, you should take Tanner out on the lake. He's like, oh, I'll take you on the lake. And I filmed it. I forgot to put it in one of my videos, but I filmed it. Claude, maybe it's Claude. He takes me out on the lake. And he rips me in this ice car, this Miata. I've been in Miatas. I've seen Miatas. I've always wanted a Miata, an LS swapped one. But he takes me out this Miata, and holy shit, these cars are so small, right? Like they're like go-karts, but with ice picks, it's a whole different ball game. He takes me on this racetrack. Turns out he's like one of the only guys in Quebec, or I guess maybe it's because we don't have it out here. Maybe a couple guys in Quebec do this, but we don't have it out here. He's a guy in Quebec who does an offensive or an offensive driver's course to teach people how to drive in the winter. So they bring their cars out, they pay him $200, he takes around this thing, and he makes them spin out of control and figures out how to counter steer. Almost like that scene in Cars where Lightning McQueen has to figure out how to drift. Now you counter steer and power slide. Anyways, Claude Bourbonnais, yeah, that's the guy, for sure. The Frenchman. Dude, these guys were French fancy pricks. And there's the next part of the story. We go for this rip, come back, we're sitting there, and they're like, oh, so you're in doing the Freedom Convoy, eh? And I'm like, yep. I am. I'm like, these guys are gonna chirp me or what? Are they fucking French liberals? Are these guys supporters of the old what's the premier's name there? How do I forget his name? Legault! Yeah, fuck Legault! Okay, are these Legault guys? Are these the Legault guys? Nope. They're like, yeah, we support you. We support you, they say. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He says, the guy here used to be in the Harper cabinet. I said, the guy that's sitting beside him, he's like, yeah, it was Harper's right-hand man. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was Stephen Harper's right-hand man. And I said, how old are you? He says, he's like 50 years old. I said, a little young to be out of politics, eh? And he says, yeah, I couldn't stay around anymore. I had to leave. And I said, why'd you have to leave? I know. I said, why aren't you there anymore? He said something about honesty. It was some legendary quote he said. Something about honesty, and he said, and they're not honest, so I'm not there anymore. I can't remember how he said it. I can't remember, but it was so funny because he was Stephen Harper's right-hand man, and the reason he left is because they were liars. They were complete liars, and he had to get out. So he's like, I couldn't be in politics anymore because I was too honest. That's what he said, something like that. I'm like, these French sons of bitches gave me like the best 2-hour hangout session of my life on some quiet-ass lake in Quebec because I bought the Sun Clipper. That's why I love cars and traveling. It's mental, man. Every time I buy a car, it takes me down some crazy road. You wait, I just bought a Cavalier. I know, sounds crazy, right? I just bought a 1992 Cavalier convertible Z24 5-speed V6. Mint condition, garage kept its whole life. Kid got a DUI, nobody would touch it. It gets out of impound this coming week, the 29th. It gets out of impound. And it's in my name now. No one would touch the deal because the kid got a DUI. It's in impound and he's moving to Russia. So I bought this car and it was so mint. I got it for $3,000. And anyone who knows their mint Cavaliers knows those are collector's cars that are worth about $10,000. I don't know if I'm going to resell it or not, but I know I'm going to drive the living fuck out of it. So I bought that Cavalier. Crazy story. Filmed the whole thing. The kid told his story in the video. I'm telling you, I've been filming videos out the ass. The content coming to this channel is just like bang, 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 bang. It's going to be fun as fuck. Every time I buy a car, I got car stories out the ass. This fucking car, that fucking car, that fucking car. All stories. All crazy stories. Nothing I buy is going into a dealership and being like, would you like to hook me up with a 10-year warranty? Oh, you don't have that, eh? I'll take the 2. I'll take the powertrain, 50,000 K. Okay. I don't do that. I just do the boom, bang, bang, cash deals, baby. Let's go find some random shit. But that was the Sun Clipper story. And that's Sun Clipper. I mean, I've taken it across Canada already. I left it in the Kootenays last week or a couple weeks ago. It's down in the Kootenays right now. Parked on my buddy's land there. I'm paying rent down there so I can go back down and live in it for a bit. Because, dude, that Sun Clipper is that is like my home on wheels. I just did the e-brake in it. No. What did I do on it? Oh, I did the diesel injection pump on it. I did that in one of my most recent videos. And then what else did I do on that Sun Clipper? I just put a new alternator on it too. $330 for an alternator for that thing. 83 Cavalier race car for sale. Do they even have an 83 Cavalier? Oh, maybe they did. I know they had a Sunbird back then. Before it was called the Sunfire. And you had actually cool little rear-wheel drive one you could get. It's getting hot in here with all these friggin' stories. I'm telling you, I'm gonna open the friggin' window in the door here. Otherwise, I'll take you with me, eh? Hold on. Take you guys for a rip here. Show you the Camaro. Yeah, dude. We're already 38 minutes on this live stream. I'm going to try to commit to doing only an hour on these things, but we'll see where this goes. Yeah, the rear-wheel drive Sunfire. Not the Sunfire GT, the old Sunbird. Sunfire GT was always front-wheel drive. But you can get the old Sunbirds, eh? The old-ass Sunbirds, and they were rear-wheel drive. Then some of them went front-wheel, I think. Oh, look at that. The mountains are coming out. The Sun Clipper is minty. When is the next truckers convoy meeting? Well, here's what I think's going on with that. I'll tell you what I think's going on there. People have lost momentum, right? People have lost. People are like that. Even the people on the freedom fighting side do what the people do on the brainwashed, far left leaning, progressive ideology, extremist liberal side. These people. Us, them, we all fucking bounce subject to subject. I'm still on freedom. I don't give a shit what's going on over in Ukraine, really. I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, it's like, dude, Orange Man bad, Putin bad, right? We're not getting into that shit. Well, yeah, let's get into it, fuck it. Everyone's bouncing, and no one's lost. I don't think people lost hope. No one I know in my circle lost hope. We're actually pumped because the Freedom Convoy did so much for all of us. And it's completely turning the wheels of democracy. It's changing stuff, but it's a slow process, right? Diagolon? Yeah, I've seen that. That's so dope. Oh, God, they keep coming for him. But, okay, so, yeah, it's like people bounce subject to subject. Like, what matters now? Like, Ukraine or the abortion argument or this, or it's like nonstop. People just, the news is doing that. Even to the people who are on our side who are like, hey, I'm fighting for freedom, right? And they're really like, I'm really into this. I'm really into here to support what's going on, you know, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, Ukraine, they're like, I don't care about Ukraine, I'm gonna stay on freedom. Then abortion. Then you lose like 50 people right there, or 50% of people, because like the abortion thing's like, oh, you know, Ukraine, like some people, like some of the more, what they would call conspiracy-based people like us, you know, they would say, they wouldn't be lost to Ukraine. But abortion thing, like, I think some of them are gone. I think some of them are just like so focused on that. And like other things. There's so many things that come up, right? So many stupid things that keep coming up. But I don't know. I think here's my personal idea, and this is, I know a lot of people have said to me, they're like, and I hear this all the time from people who weren't in Ottawa. They say, "Oh, it's too bad what happened in Ottawa." I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, it's too bad what happened." I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Well, it's just, you know, it got broken up and it was over. Like, it was good, and then you guys had momentum, then it ended." I'm like, how do you see it that way? The way I see it is you could not have asked for it to go any better way than the way it did. Seriously, the guy literally, you know, Uncle Trudy literally invokes the Emergency Act off of a bunch of bullshit, and it's proven. And now it's showing what this Liberal government's capable of and what they've done, where they've been, where they're going. So if you think about it, they started the whole lie about the convoy off on the premises that the GoFundMe was funded by Russia. It was funded by Trump. It was funded by Americans. It was funded by Chinese interference. Turns out that wasn't true. Turns out the investigation concluded that most of the funding was Canadian or North American funded, and none of it was from Vladimir Putin or his buddies over in Russia. So right there, that one of the main reasons you invoke the Emergencies Act, boom, blown off the table. Where are we going now? So it exposed a lot. And if this, I mean, what's going on in the world is as dark as we think it is, and what Buddy's saying here about the next 4 years, yes. Yeah, it's definitely what they're doing, I think, is they're pushing us till we protest. You know, they push us back a step, and then they back off for a bit, let us go, and they push us back another step, and they keep doing this. Possibly what's going on, if you look at the old, dude, crazy stuff. But I think, personally, what they did with that was a huge mistake on their end. And, you know, I mean, you like to think, a lot of people who are down the route of everything's super bad, I'm not in that vibe as much. I think things are pretty good. I think things are about to get pretty good in time. I think they're going to get really bad first, but they're going to get good. But listen, here's the thing. They do what they want to do. And those people think that the government literally has everything figured out step by step, like they're Darth Sidious turning a republic into an empire. They think they have it, but they don't. When that shit happened, they probably expected it. They probably knew it was coming, but they miscalculated, I'm pretty sure, by a long shot. And that Emergencies Act is proof. They're super incompetent. They're still people. They're not scientists. You got Uncle Klaus up top pulling the strings, right? I mean, he's worrisome. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's Darth Sidious. Trudeau's just an idiot. He's literally an idiot. Like, I listen to that guy talk. I'm like, how is this real? How's this real? We know why. He bought votes. He bought the living shit out of votes. Maybe it's rigged. I don't know enough about that, but what I do know is that he bought the shit out of votes, and people are pretty complacent and weak. That's why I say words. If words hurt your feelings, like you're done. The world's over for you. Use eat the bugs. Think about it. Think about it. We haven't fought a war in how many fucking years? What was it, like 80-something years? 80 years, right? Okay. So we've gone generation after generation standing on the grounds of which our forebears paved for us. This generation does not know what freedom really is. They abuse it. They pretend it's not a thing. They pretend words hurt everyone's feelings. We all need to be equal and all this horse shit. All this absolute, complete, far left-leaning, extremist, progressive political bullshit. And these people, they sit there and tell us that feelings matter. Well, they're in a delusional world. Everything and every right that you stand on, the ground that is paved for you, is there because of bloodshed. History has told us many times, 1000%, everything's bloodshed. We fight for our freedoms. We're in an era now, in a transitionary phase, where we're in this, you know, where we're going to have to fight. We have to fight. And you know what? People are weak now, dude. They're weak. So like, yeah, you locked down for 2 years and printed some money off. Where do you think the money's coming from? It doesn't matter. It's all help each other. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Sorry. But no. Like I said, this progressive bullshit of trying to accept everybody and love everybody. It's like, it's not working. There's a certain level of that. You should respect your neighbor, yes. But the moment you start turning on your neighbor because of the law, the fellow man, because of the bindings of the law, that makes you a coward. There's like a song, Omerta, or the metal band. Say that makes you a coward. That's not a man. That's not a woman. All this bullshit about hurting feelings, but we're weak. We stand on the grounds of which our forebears paved, and it's been so many generations that people totally forget what freedom is. They totally forget why you do not let your government run around and just control people and try to push them into corners and do what they want them to do. No, you don't do that. And these people, like I said, it's been so many years since a war. Think about it. How many generations? They remember the wars their parents came home from back in the 50s. The baby boomers, next generation, no idea. They don't remember anything. Next generation of that, the stories start to fade out. Generation. Now we're at the point where guys and girls are talking about identifying as fucking squirrels and potato pancakes. Like, for fuck's sakes. We're at the point where shit's going super south with our civilization, our current civilization, because people haven't had a war in a while. Joe Rogan says it the best. He always says this quote. I don't know whose quote it is, but good times create weak men, weak men create bad times create war, whatever the fuck, and then war, whatever, reset, create good men, and then the cycle repeats. Right now, I'm pretty sure most people know we're in the phase of the good times have created weak men, and then weak men have created bad times. We're in that transitionary phase, and the bad times are here. So I think the bad times, I think they're gonna get worse. They're gonna get worse because Klaus Schwab wants us to eat bugs. And these people are gonna tell you, they're gonna sit there and tell you, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. It's like, read it, man. Read what they're doing, the nitrogen cuts and shit. What do you think's happening? This is Hitler 2.0 on a global scale. And they want to control us. They don't care if people die off. They want to kill people. They want to reduce population. It's like, it's in their stats to save the planet. They think they know more about. They're using climate change against us. It's so true, man. They're using climate, and I always thought this was bullshit. That's how I know that I'm not full of shit, or I'm fucking going down some rabbit hole conspiracy. Because I always thought this shit was nuts. My dad would talk about, my dad, stop. I'm like, thanks for posting that, JB24. Tough times create tough men. Tough men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. Boom! Seriously, though. The old man was going off about this. The tow truck driver one time. And all these other fucking people are just going on. I'm like, you guys are nuts. Jeffrey Epstein, really? You pedophile ring? I'm like, that's crazy. I heard it in a tow truck like 6 years ago. And I've always been pretty open-minded to shit, but these guys, like, I never looked into it. I was building race cars, traveling around, never cared about politics, never cared about conspiracies, anything like that. And then I started looking into it, and I started seeing what's going on. I'm like, holy fuck, shit's piling up pretty fast here, man. Ain't looking good. Canadian concentration camps, yeah, those are bullshit. We got them everywhere, man. Literally everywhere. Not everywhere. There's one in Kamloops. They're in places. Who knows? All I know is that people better be ready to fight. That's all I know. You better be ready to fight. You know what? Shit's going to start flying. I'm not going to say too much on here, but there is. The shit's going to fly. People are going to have to fucking step up their game on the next one. This first one was just the entry level, right? The next one, I think it's some type of war for sure. Who knows, though? I mean, it could be anything. We can't. Like, that's why it's crazy. I can't tell you, and you can't tell me what happens next. We can predict it, but at the same time, we must acknowledge that we do not know what happens next. It's the same with the people who are. Thanks, Wendy Melly. $10. F. Epstein and Gates. Yeah. Thank you so much. Seriously, we don't know what's happening. We have to realize this. We have to be honest with ourselves. We don't know what happens next. We can predict it, but if we pretend like we know what happens next, then we sound like the assholes who tried to lock us down for years and force us to get jabs. Because they say they know everything. No one knows the future. You can't say something like, hey man, what did this happen with Klaus Schwab? And it was like Hitler 2.0. People be like, no man, you don't know that. You can't say that. It's like, or you can't, it's not going to happen. It's not fact. It's like, you don't know what happens next. An asteroid could hit the planet. You don't know. You don't know anything. You know, you're sitting there telling me, like, you know, you got long-term data on some... Stop. Just, no. Not happening, man. People can't tell you what happens next. They can give you a suggestion, but they can't tell you what happens next. So when you tell people this thing's possibly happening, and they say, no, you're crazy, it's like, no, I said it's possibly happening. They're saying you're crazy. It's like, I'm not crazy. It could happen. How can you say it's not happening if you don't know? Look how things are going. Look at it. Literally, that's what I'm saying. It's been so many years since people had to fight for freedom or be in the trenches or have anything bad. It's been like 80 years since the end of Nazi Germany and World War II. It's been like 80 years. And back then, people would be like, oh, you don't let a government do any of that shit. You don't give them that kind of unprecedented power, ever. Never, never, never give them that kind of power. Never. And now, because it's been so many years, and everyone's like, you know, people always try, never forget the Holocaust, never forget. It's like, dude, people are so stupid. They would allow anything like that to happen again. That's how it works. People just don't pay attention. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm saying that something bad is probably going to happen. We're in a peace era, is essentially what I'm saying. And that peace era has taught us one thing, that humans get extremely weak and complacent when given a bunch of time, you know? Your channel does great in controversial, complicated situations. Yes, and when I'm ranting about it. It does, I know. Boring car content. But seriously, eras of peace is what creates delusional humans. It's look at the history. Every fucking time there's just an era of peace, they're like, yeah, we're having fun, man. Yeah, let's all feed grapes to each other and drink whiskey. Boom! Bomb goes off. Everyone's dead. That's what happens. But nope, we're all wrong. Nope. Kids should be able to get sex changes when they're 5 years old. For sure. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. Kids can't drive cars, though. Kids can't drive cars until they're like 16. They can't get guns. They can't do this, can't do that, whatever. But get a goddamn sex change. No sense, does it? And these are the crazy people trying to run our world. They're a very small, that's why they call us a small fringe minority, right? Obviously, life's a mirror, people reflect. They're calling us small fringe minority because they're small as fuck, right? It's like they're like not even 1%. Some people say they're 3%. I think they're not even 1%. I think they're just a bunch of weak, completely out of shape people who would never pick up a sword in their life and go to war. You know what I mean? Ugh. Your weekend parties are awesome too, especially with the drone flying overhead and the guns. Good time, eh? I love it. My next place, I'm probably going to move Kootenays or Texas, you know, for sure. Caitlyn Jenner's the new normal. Yeah, see? Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, sure, cool. Do your thing. I don't care. Quit trying to force on everybody else. I think Caitlyn Jenner's kind of on that vibe too, though. Bruce Jenner, whatever. You know? I feel like that's the progressive bullshit that got way too out of hand. You know, like that meme of the left wing and the right wing. And the right wing people are like, hey man, a little progressive, come over here. And the left wing's like, hey, I kind of want to conserve our ideologies. We can come your way a bit. So they start coming over a bit. And then the right moves right more. They get more progressive. And they're like, the left's like, yeah, we can come with you a bit more on the trans stuff, I guess. But, you know, we don't really want to, we're not doing the indoctrination of children. And then the right goes even farther. They're like, change all the kids' sexes at 5. And then the left's like, whoa. A little too far right and extreme. Which is why they call us extremists. Why do they call us extremists? Because they are that. They are that. They're all liars, man. They're all full of shit. They're all delusional, mentally ill people who like just want to, you know. And if they're not, they're like the smart people. That's why I couldn't figure out through the whole thing. How are smart people getting into? How are smart people getting manipulated by this? Because people are followers. They might be smart and getting a job, going to school, and figuring out their shit, taking care of their kid. But they're followers in the sense of the leadership of their country, which is why it's so important when the prime minister, the leader of your country, I don't call him a leader, but other people refer to him as a leader. It's very important that that guy does not engage in divisive rhetoric like he's some type of authoritarian dictator. That's very important. But he did that. And he did. And he called us lesser. He called us racist. He called it misogynistic. So, at the end of the day, this rant is getting crazy. But at the end of the day, I think we're right. I think the people who are saying, hey man, leave us the fuck alone and let us have our bodily autonomy are right. I think those people are cool. What about grandma? Fucking lock grandma. Grandma needs to settle down. My parents are 80 or 70. Sorry, mom and dad. Dad's 74. Mom's 69. So, you know, it's just, I'm not anti-trans either. I'm not. I love it when people can just do what they want to do. I love freedom. You do what you want to do. But stay the fuck away from the kids. Stay away from the kids. Stay away from the education system. Why do these people need the kids to be like them? Like, oh, they don't. It's like, dude, you can't form a decision like that when you're 5. I don't give a shit what anybody says. You cannot form that decision when you're 5 years old. Crazy, man. Progressive bullshit. Just, it's gotten way out of hand. And honestly, if you watched, that's what I'm saying, after the Freedom Convoy, after all the bullshit, see what happened. You have to see it. You've seen the shift. The pendulum went like this for the last decade, last 15 years. It's been going fucking way left. It's been going way left. And then the left-wing people were, like I said, they were getting more progressive. They're like, yeah, pendulum, come on over. And then it's pushing them in the corner. Holy fuck! You guys are getting knocked! Then guys like Matt Walsh, guys like fucking Ron DeSantis, Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, like a lot of these. And Joe Rogan isn't even like considered right-wing. He's just like, you know, same thing with Bill Maher. He used to be, he's a classic liberal. And now even he's like, dude, these guys are nuts. So anyways, they're pushing that pendulum back and we're seeing it. It's beautiful. We're seeing it. There's a strike. There's a strike. We are in a clown world, but we let it get too far and it's teaching us a valuable lesson. We're pushing it back. You know what? I don't see a world where these fuckers get away with this. I know people are delusional right now. I know people are weak and complacent, but I don't see a world where they get away with it because I know for a fact anything in history that has made any sort of waves and change, the biggest change has started with like a small 5% small minority of people, which is how these 3% did it. They started with a small amount of them and they just kept pushing their bullshit, and then it just got out of control. And there's more of us than there is of them. We're going to push it back. But it's a race against the clock right now, you know? You fucking stupid Klaus Schwab, Darth Vader looking cunts over there starting shit, right? Crazy, man. You would, like, when I first seen that guy and I seen him in that Darth Vader robe, I'm sure many of you seen that picture. How is that real? For 1 second, how is that real? How is it real that the guy talks like this and he wears a Darth Vader robe? It's insane. You will eat the bugs, you will get in the ponds. They're talking about building those super economic cities and shit. Sure, build them, but do not force people to live in them. Build where the fuck you want. Do whatever you want. Build a cool, super green city. But quit blaming everybody else while you guys are flying around in private jets, you dumb fucks. We're not doing that. I'm gonna do a burnout in front of Klaus Schwab's house. Fuck, you want to see the tires smoke, Uncle Klaus? Fuck you, man. That guy, he'd be a good guy to drink with if he wasn't such an asshole. He's a smart guy. Like, he's obviously intelligent. Imagine fucking sitting there and talking to that guy. I bet you any money he'd convince you like Thanos. If you were sitting, imagine having a couple beers, you know, having a couple little things with fucking Klaus Schwab. You're in some fucking flat, fancy ass place. Oh god, that's strong. Whitney mixes strong drinks. Imagine you're sitting there in the bath with Klaus Schwab. Someone said bath. You're sitting there and you're drinking with Klaus Schwab, right? Having a drink with Klaus Schwab, having a chat with him. And you're sitting there, you're like, dude, you are a fucking psychopath. Like, you think you can rid the world of all these people? And he'll say some bullshit Thanos line and he'll actually convince you. He'll be like, the people need to die for sustainability. And you'll be like, yeah, but that's not right. People is like, the people have gotten out of control. They're weak and complacent. I'm like, oh, I kind of agree with that. Yes, we need to do a reset. We need to find the Infinity Gauntlet and collect the rings. And then we turn everybody into bugs. And the other people have the bugs to eat. Snap, like that, the world reset. Oh, the Great Reset, Thanos. That is fucking Thanos cunt, right? Think about it. I'm on to something here. That cunt, fucking listen to this. This is gonna blow your mind. Klaus Schwab is literally Thanos of Earth. He's Thanos of our reality. The Infinity Gauntlet is the World Economic Forum, and the stones, the Infinity Stones that he puts on to power up, are all these idiots in the cabinets that he's penetrating, like Trudeau. He picks up Trudeau, he puts him on the gauntlet, hi-ya! Snaps and fucking blows everyone off the planet, right? Fucking, let's think about it. Yeah, I did miss Adam Bailey. What's up, dude? How'd the car run? I did miss me banging gears and that thing. I was banging gears and this thing and running like, oh god, 1050s? Hyper. ADHD. Yeah, I was running 1050s in this car, miles mayhem. And then I got traction. So here's my issue, miles mayhem. I was doing burnouts with 295s with a 305. And you know what? When I do burnouts on the track, it was too much traction. So I'd rev out to 6 grand, drop the clutch, and it would go, fall on his face. So I stopped doing burnouts, started launching it without burnouts, and I ran my best pass on the last day, and it was like a 997. So I think there's a 950 in that car if I didn't miss third gear. I'm going to finally smoke this dart. We're almost an hour into this live stream. I said I was going to end live streams in an hour, and I always get carried away with them. I mean, that's why we had 6-hour live streams in Ottawa. And honestly, that makes sense. I had 6-hour live streams there. Live streams here, you know, it's like, sometimes they're like 2-3 hours. Let's try not to do it tonight. Good. Nice seeing you again, fella. The IROC is deadly, bro. Thanks, Adam. I love your car, dude. It's seriously like the coolest car. Makes me jealous when I see it. I'm like, I really want to drive around the street in that thing. I wouldn't even want to, I just want to drive in the street. Drive it around, hop in it, you know, make it chop. It's such a cool car. Alberta country style. I'm all sorts of provinces. Anyways, ask me questions. I did my Klaus Schwab rant. I got it out. I've been thinking about it lately. That fucking asshole. Maybe he's a good guy. Who knows? Why are you smoking a dart? Dylan Ashley, still out there, man? You smoking a dart with me? Any Americans? Where?
I'll take you for it next year. Take care. You too, man. No, I won't take you for it next year, but you take care too. And I would love to come for a rip. Take you for it in the Trans Am. Give you the boat feeling of the LS boat compared to that thing, right? That's a big boy. 3,400 pounds. Look, 3,600, somewhere's in there. May I lighten up the chromoly parts? I don't know. Getting there though. Wish I could show you. Oh, I show you guys a steering wheel in this thing. Anyone who likes Trans Am, I haven't been updating on it, but the engine's all ready to go. I just have to fire it into the braking procedure on it. But yeah, I got my wire tuck all cleaned up and stuff. Got my air intake back on, the Ram Air with the diverter for the Ram Air snorkels and all that. And then I'll show you guys the steering wheel in here. Look at this cool steering wheel I put in here. I love this interior. I also put a doubled in it. So I put a doubled in deck in there. Put my collector plate on the console. Billet shift knob and all that. That Kenwood deck looks dope. Then I got a Sparco quick release racing wheel in it. Because the stock airbag Sunfire wheel just does not work. And of course, this car has T-tops too. You can't have an F-body without T-tops. I mean, you can, honestly. The non-T-top F-bodies, I almost think look better. But they don't have the cooler vibe. These have the cooler vibe. But the roof line of an F-body without T-tops is definitely pretty legit. Scotty is on, brother. Hey, Scotty. Who's Scotty? Auto Scotty? Yeah, so yeah, we're just hanging out here tonight, doing a live stream. Like I said, for anyone that's on here now, we just got in. I am doing weekly live streams at Fridays at 6:30. I haven't been transparent with everybody. Throughout this whole thing, I've been taking a break from YouTube, like kind of compared to what I want to do. But live streams every Friday. We'll do live streams. I'll take you guys to the city. Maybe I'll take you to race events. I'm going to go down to Holly LS Fest, I think, in a couple weeks. And I was going to go to this drag week thing or Hot Rod Power Tour or something in the middle of September, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. But definitely next year I'm going to be doing Hot Rod Power Tour, drag week, you know, and doing all the events, touring around. As long as we don't go full communist again here, you know. Why don't you just get it then, man? Then you can go. Nope. Sorry. It's been a great hour, Tanner. Thanks. Thanks, Central Ontario Adventures, and thanks for always supporting my channel. Always see in here. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's see some fire here. What can we get me going on? What can we get going on here? We can go. Let's go. Come on. Give me a subject. We talked about Klaus Schwab. We talked about the illegal invoking of the Emergencies Act. We talked about the Sun Clipper. We talked about everything. What else do you want to talk about? I want to talk about something. I talk another 20, 30 minutes, and then I got to go. I'll try to do an hour on these things. They might end up being longer. Depends how I feel. I really enjoy doing these. They're fun, for sure. Fishing? I know nothing about fishing. I wish I did it more. Hope static's dope. Do the 5th injection? Joe. Skinwalker. I'm on my 9th. Those are rookie numbers. Step up your game. Giving money to Ukraine. Oh, God. That whole thing's just crazy. What's crazy is the people that are dying, and it's very sad, and that's what gets people. That's what gets people to turn the other way and not pay attention to what's actually going on, right? And what actually is going on is a bunch of bullshit. Hi, Whit. Hold on. Look at this. What are you doing? Is Lana coming over?
Is your stream still on?
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
It's not on now.
Oh, yeah, I'm right here. People are chatting. Am I live right now?
Escape glitch.
On your phone?
Yep.
Oh.
No, the strippers aren't coming over yet.
See you later, mechanics. Thank you so much for the donations. I really appreciate that. Streaming and smoking. Why aren't they in jail yet? If it was us doing anything, they would have. Yeah, for sure, Tanya. I know. It's crazy. They were in favor of this. You ever want a favor with way you stuck in BC or Hong Kong? Oh, thank you so much. If you ran the exhaust, you straight piped and 90'd up the back like a single stack, I think it would. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it would do something. Sound weird, probably. Flattest part of the country? I'm not in Saskatchewan. I'm in Alberta. Goddamn mountains right back here. I don't know if it's gonna focus or not. The mountains right here. This is flat here. It's rolly here and there. But Saskatchewan, you got to go there. Time to get laid, haha. 9 jobs later. Hello, everyone. Hello, Williams Small Engine Repair. You loves question time. Talking about your RV. Yeah, the RV. I was going to do that. You're sure you're talking about that when I wanted 90 out the back and go. I don't know if you've seen that. I wanted to actually do a stack because a guy. I seen a picture of one time. A guy did a really cool one with like a wolf mural on the back. Then he had a huge chrome stack up the back, strapped to the ladder with a big like bull 90 out, or not a 90, but like a bullhorn stack. It looks so cool, dude. Yes, in Canada. I'm up in Alberta, Canada. We're in the Holy Land. If you just got here, I'll show you. I'll show you what we got going on here in Alberta. Oh, I gotta zoom out here a bit. Got some Rocky Mountain, and this is my new car. I bought this in BC for $1,000. It's a 1990 Volvo 240 with a ski roof on the rack on the roof, so I put snowboards and some skis in there just to be a goon, get people going. It's got some cool rims on it. Pretty minty. Also not minty, but it's a good daily. You know, got a collection of vehicles out here. Friends storing their RV here for a week. Dope. Yeah, so YouTube, anyone that's new in here right now on the stream, I was talking about earlier how I am going to go kind of full-time with YouTube from now on, I think. I'm going to start doing weekly posts, and I'm going to do weekly live streams, Fridays, 6:30, and then I'm going to do, I got a Patreon account now for ways that people want to donate to my Patreon. It's $1 buy-in, and then anything else you want to donate is totally up to you, where I'm going to post a burnout every week for the next month, and shout out people's names who have donated to the Patreon. And another thing I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to read hate mail once a week. Because sometimes I get some comments where I'm like, I want to respond to that, but it's so stupid and not purposeful to respond in the comment section. And I can really rip people apart in like really funny reactions to their negative comments. So probably going to do weekly hate mail. I got a few things that people say that are completely ignorant where I'm like, okay, you need to be educated and embarrassed on a live stream or something. So I think reading hate mail would be, I'll collect the hate mail throughout the week. I'll screenshot them all, then I'll print them all off, and I'll have a sheet, and I'll sit down. Maybe I'll do the hate mail on Friday nights on the live streams. I'll be part of the live stream. I'll pull up the sheet and be like, this guy said this. And I'll respond to it. I'll be like, listen here, you misinformed hillbilly. I wish I got the hate mail. Yeah, you just start to, especially when I went down the other road of getting away from the freedom content and going to the car stuff, the travel stuff again, what I used to do. So a lot of people come in there like, man, you just gave up on everything and you're just like not even serving anymore. Listen here, you misinformed prick. Yeah, streams every week, Friday, 6:30. And then what else? Instagram. Oh, if you want to see what I'm up to during the week, I'm always posting on my Instagram stories. Mindy Melly, $10. Thank you so much. Do you donate twice now? Wow, thank you. Your favorite Canadian city and why? Ooh, there's a couple of them. But if it had to be a city, now there's a lot of towns I like. If it had to be a city, the city would probably be Vancouver. I was born and raised outside of Vancouver, an hour outside, and I've always loved Vancouver. That's where I get my kind of like hippie, happy, positive vibes from, is that part of BC. I love Calgary. Calgary's the gateway to the mountains. Calgary's super clean, well thought out. It's a really fun city. Some douchey people. There's some douchey, preppy people who think they're better than everybody. And Vancouver's loaded with that too. But Vancouver, you can find the people that are like you, like the complete creatures. Like you're like, let's go down to the beach. Let's go. You walk around on shrooms at like, Stanley Park or something, or go downtown Vancouver and chat with people. Do photography. Drive around. Go to the island. Do the island. If you want to talk about towns, I like it around Comox area and stuff. My favorite area in all of Canada, my favorite place that holds the most special place in my heart that I go to every year for at least a month a year, that'd be the West Kootenays, Nelson area, mostly up in the bush and stuff, and like lakes and like up, hot springs, things like that. That's where I'm from, or where I'm usually going. So that's where I'm going to move pretty soon here. But Ottawa, what a dark place. When it's not the Freedom Convoy. I've been there before, and I was like, this is the place where all evil is born. Bunch of bullshit. And the people there are the most brainwashed, and there's good people in Ottawa. There's great people that were coming out, and they're coming out of it. That's why it's hilarious. Because there's a lot of brainwashed goons there, but there's a lot of people who are coming out of their apartments who are right there, and they're like, oh, I love the horns. It rocks me to sleep. So there's really dope people in Ottawa. But there's a lot of brainwashed sheep there because that's where all the laws are made. That's where all the people are going around. Yes, sir, Trudeau, let's have some fun. Crazy people, man. All liars. They're all liars. They buy into a bunch of bullshit. How do you deal with people who still believe the Freedom Convoy was bad? Well,
not like an asshole like I do on the live streams when I'm very impatient, because that's no way to honestly deal with people and bring them to your side. Even right now, I shouldn't be talking the shit that I'm talking. I have friends that are just complete savages. Like, if you don't understand this, you're a complete moron. People are misinformed. You do have to be nice to them. You want to convince them. You can't be like, hey, listen here, moron. You can't be like that. You got to be like, hey, listen. They tried some bullshit. They've lied to us. They have completely disrespected people's rights and freedoms. They've engaged in divisive rhetoric. So you got to explain this to them. Like, why would they do this? Why? And you got to break it down and talk about it. Like, you got to actually engage in a civil conversation and or a debate, maybe, if the person has some facts on their side that they think are, you know, you just present the facts, present what you know, what you've seen. But my main way I like to explain to people when they're like, the Freedom Convoy was bad. I'm like, why do you think that? Usually the answer I get is, well, they had a Nazi flag there. And I say, well, that was one person out of probably 200,000 people that were in the streets of Ottawa on that first day. And that guy was probably a plant. And even if he wasn't and he just joined up, think about it this way. If there's a Black Lives Matter protest and you went to a Black Lives Matter protest and you went there and you said, hey, I support these people, and you're all there and there's 100,000 Black Lives Matter protesters and they're all protesting to do whatever they want to protest against, and the bad white man and whatever. Okay, sure. Now, if I went there and I aligned myself with the Black Lives Matter protest, and I'm here to support you guys, but let's kill all the white people. Imagine if I did that. They'd be like, whoa, man, no. But if I had a sign that said, let's kill all the white people, you think they'd kill them? Like, oh, man, Black Lives Matter protest? Very bad. It supports hate. That would never happen. So how do we explain how that happened? Why everyone thought we were all Nazi-supporting bad group with the Freedom Convoy? Why do people think that? Why do people think that? Well, because they were told to think that. It's all the proof you need that this was all divisive rhetoric that led to this crazy division in our country. It was all divisive rhetoric, because when people jumped on sign, they said that about that convoy because of that. And they said this shouldn't happen because of this one guy. Oh, really? People shouldn't be able to have a voice or protest or talk because some asshole did not like. Oh, then they use the horn thing. It's like, okay, well, they stopped honking. Then it got crazy and they did the Emergency Act. Anyway, you look at it. You want to call them Nazis? You're insane. You know what? Here's the question I really ask people when they try to oppose me on this. I say, who's the Nazis? Who's the Nazis? Is it the people driving across Canada minus 40, grassroots Canadians who have built businesses from the ground up and putting everything on the line to drive their semis to Ottawa, and all the children on the side of the highway, and the women and the husbands and all these beautiful people with their signs, all minus 40 because they believe in something and they're protesting in their democracy? Are they Nazis? Or are the Nazis those who invoked the Emergencies Act and trampled people with horses, beat people with batons, pepper sprayed people, broke people's arms, beat them with the blunt end of rifles? Are those the Nazis, maybe? Those are the fucking Nazis. You bought into a lie, and if that's how far you're willing to take it, I am really going to consider the idea that you are possibly delusional and or stupid. If that is the theory that you have come to, that we're Nazis. I mean, think about it. They're trampling people horses. They brought in the most corrupt. They had to pull out Ottawa police because they were helping us. Lie about Ottawa police helping us. Then they had to bring in the most corrupt cops from every single city in Canada that had the most corrupt records, and bring them in and fly them all in and have them go full Gestapo on us and beat the living shit of us in the streets. Oh, that's Nazis, man. Look them up. Look up history. Look what Nazis did. They're pretty vicious. Okay, obviously it's not that bad like it was in Nazi Germany, but if you want to say that, but if you're saying we're Nazis because we're protest, obviously you're nuts. Then you're going to say, oh, you can't say that. It's like, stop. You call people who are having a good time, trying to have a voice for once, and uniting over something very important. You're calling them Nazis. You're calling them racist. You're calling them misogynistic. You're calling them names. And then after that first week of that super divisive, crazy rhetoric, then they're like, maybe we got to back off a bit and stop saying that crazy stuff. It's the horns. You guys are bad because of the horns. The horns? Really? And this is another question I ask these assholes. They're like, oh, the horns, I couldn't sleep. The horns. Progressive politics have made you a pussy. You want to know why? You want to know why they made you a complete and entire sack of shit pussy? Because of this one fucking reason. You say, the horns. I'm up at night. I can't sleep. The horns. First of all, you're in Ottawa. That's where protests happen. Second of all, you're such an ignorant, weak-minded, soft-ass person. You become so weak and complacent that you won't even ask the question, why are those guys honking? And are they sleeping? That's a very important question to ask. That is an extremely important question. Yeah, that's very important. Because your bitch won't not be able to sleep. I can't sleep. Why? Well, then why are there guys down there not sleeping at all? They're in a truck. They can't sleep. Even if they try to get some sleep, the guy beside him is like, it's nonstop. So, if those guys aren't sleeping and there's how many of them? And all the people out in the streets all night? If those people are, they're right in it. They're not even up in an apartment 2 blocks away, up in on a 10th level. They're in it. They're in it. None of those guys are sleeping. You ever ask the question why those guys aren't sleeping, why they're willing to do that, to have their voices heard? Or are you just so weak and complacent and so against the thing, and you've bought so much into this divisive rhetoric that you're willing to tell those people that they don't matter because your sleep schedule is getting fucked up? You live in Ottawa. And trust me, there's worse shit coming. There will be. If this shit keeps going on, you're going to see more than horns. You're going to regret living there. You're going to regret all this bullshit. You're going to regret pushing people to the point where you destroyed their families, their businesses. And you know how many people had to lose their grandmother or their grandfather or their brother or their sister and they couldn't be in the hospital because of some bullshit, something that didn't even make sense, you know? Oh, God. That's what scares people. You know how I know people are nuts? The toilet paper thing. The toilet paper thing. When that toilet paper thing happened in the beginning of the pandemic, when that whole toilet paper craze happened, there's someone doing a pull on the road. Gas job. She's working hard. When those people did that at the very beginning of the pandemic, when they did the toilet paper thing, I'm like, this is people. This is what they do. This is what people do. Over toilet paper. Imagine a power outage. Imagine food shortage. Imagine what possibly is coming next. Mass inflation. Nitrogen reduction. Ooh, imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah, that'd be pretty bad if that's what they did over toilet paper. So those same people, crazy toilet paper people, those are for sure the same people telling us, you can't see grandpa over this virus thing. It's like, no. If that was I'm so fortunate and so glad that never happened to me, my family members, but if it did, oh, buddy, we'd be kicking in some goddamn doors. I'd be going into the goddamn army is what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be playing you see, come on, just let me see him. No, you can't, sir. Meanwhile, these assholes are in there making TikToks, right? Fucking disgusting. And these people buy into it. It's like these movies, like Idiocracy, and like that one movie, Don't Look Up, or like that scene at the end of WALL-E, or not WALL-E, the general idea of WALL-E, where people are in those fat people are in those things. They become so weak and complacent, they're all shipped off into space because the planet went to shit because they're all just destroyed the planet. That could be maybe that's Klaus Schwab's vision, but anyways, 100% people are just buying into bullshit, and these are smart people in the sense they're smart in their daily life. They're smart in an institutionalized system. They're smart in a system that's bred them to get up every day, get into traffic, go to work, and do your thing and thing. They're not smart in the sense of critical independent thinking, which is what this is exposed and proven. I've always been a critical independent thinker. I've always been off on with bullies, always stood up for myself, my family, my friends, built a lifestyle, done all my own independent shit. But then these people of the system who are completely brainwashed and built into the system, they're coming out and telling you that, no, this is bad. This is really bad. Why is it bad? Well, because the government said so. How'd the government know that? They got political scientists. That's the other thing. Science. You never question science during this thing, but science is supposed to be. That's how science works, man. You're supposed to question it. You're all supposed to literally debate it and talk about it. But through this thing, they said, no, this thing's so dangerous and so important that we cannot allow anyone to debate science. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think honestly, and some of these people, these extremists will call me dumb. Like, you're stupid. Oh yeah, why don't you have the conversation with me? So calling people names. I'm calling you names, but I'll have a conversation. Most of these people won't. They're extremists. I will talk shit, but I will have a conversation with you and I'll dial back the shit talking and I'll have a chat with you. These other people won't. They'll say crazy shit. Like that guy in Ottawa. I don't know if you guys remember that one video where I posted that one guy. He comes up, he's like, how about the war in Ukraine? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you guys approach it. You have it pretty good here. I'm like, how do you think these shit countries become shit countries? Because assholes like you let it happen. You don't see the painting on the wall when it's there, and shit gets so far out of control, the population loses control over their government. Because their government goes to being way too big and bossy, and they come for the people, and guess what? Now you have no way to change it, and it's too late, because you're delusional, because people are weak and complacent. Everything throughout history would literally prove that. But no, and Christine Anderson made a really good point. She said he calls them a small fringe minority, but every single big change that's ever happened was led by a small fringe minority of voices that spoke up and made a difference. So that bullshit doesn't work, Mr. Dictator. Sorry, not buying it. Not buying it, buddy. Not having it. But yeah, you know, it's like how many times did I say through? I mean, a lot of my friends are like, dude, just stop. And people are like, they wanted something to jump on. They jumped on with the convoy. A lot of people who were kind of in the middle, or they didn't want to form their own critical, independent thought, or they had one maybe in the back, but people don't really voice it because they like to go with the narrative because that's what they're taught to do through school, through their whole life. So when the Freedom Convoy happened, a lot of people jumped on. They're like, yeah, that is true. Because they do. They tapped into critical, independent thinking. So they may have been on that side before, but they jumped over. And pretty much everyone I know that I thought was against me, that turned out to be my friend, that actually was continuing to be my friend, they jumped on through the Freedom Convoy because they found their independent, critical thinking. Because guys like me and all the other people, and guys like, you know, or women and whoever was posting about it, literally brought them to attention of it. And they found courage through that person's courage. Speak up. And, you know, that's where we're at. People are waking up, but maybe they fall asleep again. I don't know. Where was I going to go with this, though? I was going to say something about... I don't remember. Convoy made my February. It made my February as well. It made like 2 months for me. March as well. February, March? Yeah, March and February. But yeah, people, man, they're crazy. They're crazy. They don't see the painting on the walls. They just let it go. They let it go. They let it go. They don't pay attention, and then things get south pretty fast. And I do remember to be happy ghost talk. I'm always happy. It's like when I get in these rants though, I'm like, oh buddy, I know some stuff. I know you're not convincing me. Sneaky motherfuckers. You're not convincing me that I need to go get 9 of these boosters. You know, when they changed, did anyone? I haven't talked about this in a long time, so we must bring up the idea that they changed the definition of what is fully. I should stop saying it on here because I'm gonna demonetize the video. It's probably already demonetized. You know, what is full? It's not 2 anymore. No, it's up to date. I seen that coming. We all did. We seen that for like, especially 3 months leading up to it. They're talking about it in the news. It's for sure gonna happen. And boom, they did it. It's like, wow. Now how many do I need now? Oh wait, not now, but when it comes back, which it will, because it's gonna mutate. We've left special clauses in place with the mandate, so we can bring it back if we need to, if it mutates again. Wow, who's gonna be up to date? How many people are gonna be on your side when you tell me to a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th? Probably quite a few, but not as many as you think. I mean, like when they're like. When Trudeau said, 90% of people are fully up to date, you know, with their stuff and, you know, they don't agree with the convoy. This is a small fringe minority. It's like, dude, those 90% of people who got their first jab that you claim, whether or not that's true or not, I don't think it's fucking true. I think that's all bullshit. I think they make things up. I think they're full of shit. They've lied to us before, so why would we trust them with that, you know? Which I'm going to get to another point on that in a second. But, you know, he says they don't agree with the convoy. It's like, dude, literally at least half of those people, that 90%, I would say like a solid 40%, 45% of those people hate you because you forced them to do it and you told them it was a choice. They know it's not a choice, you asshole. So, going on to my next point, I'm going to remember this now, I'm going off the walls here. Keep moving the goalposts. But they say, you know, bring it back. Yep, cool, bring it back. But, oh God, I really want to remember this one. It was a good point. It's like 2 things I forgot. Yeah, you're crazy. Crazy people. Up to date. Boosters. 9 boosters. 9% of people don't agree with you. Oh no, it's gone. It's there. It's like right there. I still have it in my head. Fuck. It was a good one though, because I thought about this lately. I'm like, God, is that ever true? Oh man. Yeah, anyways, all I know is that this little era we have right now, this summer of like, yeah, we're back in the bars again. All bullshit. It's not, you know, everyone's like, yeah, man, it's nice. It's finally over. Man, people are still fucking wearing masks. They're going around and be like, yo, it's other waves. You see global news the other day? You know? Oh, yeah. Well, no, wait, people, boosters, how many people are going to actually go for it? Not many. I don't know. Summer's around that line of thought. Something about people not going for it, not going for the next booster. I mean, they're like, dude, what's going on? You know, and people keep falling for that shit. Like, you need to keep going to get into places. Holy shit, are you just... Oh, you're that one kid from school, aren't you? You know, yeah, okay, teacher, yeah, okay. Hey, Billy fucking pulled the fire extinguisher off the wall and said it was his penis. Holy man, how about you shut up, you little rat? How about you quit being such a loyal little institutionalized sheep? How about that, you know? Those kids in school where you're just like, you'd be hanging with your friend, they'd try to get into your group, right? And the kid would just fucking, boom, just turn on you and tell the teacher, like, whoa, what the fuck? Look at all the other buddies, you'd be like, why did he do that? They'd be like, I don't know, man, that was fucking nuts. And you're just like, you're literally like, that is weird. Like that kid, like literally, you don't grow out of that. If you do that when you're a kid, that's your whole fucking life. That's programmed in your head. You're gonna make that your whole life. You know, like I was this one kid in school, and I literally pulled a fire extinguisher off the wall, and we lit it off in some hidden area, and none of the other kids told the teacher. No one told the teacher. It was a stupid thing. No one needed to know. We was like fucking 10 of us that participated. I was the one who lit it off. So I was like the main antagonist, you could say. And then all of a sudden, the kid's like, he's laughing, hanging, he's one of us. He's like, ah, yeah, guys. And he held it, and he fired it too. I come out of the hallway 20 minutes later, and he's standing there with the vice principal, and she looks at me. I'm like, there's no way there's no way. In what sane world would that cunt go and tell her? There's no reason. He just walked out, and he walked straight to her and told her. I'm like, holy fuck, you're one of those kids. That's when I learned what one of those kids was, right? So these people, they're like, wear your mask, please. Wear your mask. Why? Well, because you're supposed to. Why? Well, because. Shut up. You know, so, here's a good one. Take your dog for a walk. Listen to this one. I have a dog that is well trained, and she's a sweetheart. Wouldn't hurt a fly on the wall. My dog does not go on a leash. I do not put my dog on a leash up here down the road in this area where it's like an open field with like a cement walking path. But there's a lot of people that live up there, older institutionalized people, and they'll see you without your dog on a leash, and they're like, "Excuse me." And my dog has a beeper collar. It's a beeper, so I beep the dog if it wanders a little too like more than 20 feet away from me. The dog will never come to your dog. The dog don't give a fuck about your dog. And these people come up and like, "Excuse me, sir, where's your dog's leash?" And I'm just like, doesn't have one. They're like, oh, and I don't care about you wanting me to have one either. Well, why do you want me to have one? Well, because the law says so. Well, why does the law say so? Why does it say it? Why does the law say you need a leash? Why? Well, because people's dogs are like, they can run away and they can like poo on people's stuff or like attack other people. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, human to human, I'm a human. The law is something for like whatever the fuck, a bunch of bullshit, sheep, motherfucking shit. But I am an independent human. I know my dog's good. You can tell by having this conversation with me that I know what the fuck's going on. You might think I'm a bit passive aggressive, but you're fucking annoying me. My dog's fine, clearly, not going anywhere. I've taken that decision into my hands, like, that law does not suit me. Now, you can't do this with every law, I get it, but that law, specifically, it's a bylaw. It's not even like a fucking law. It's a bylaw. It's a bunch of bullshit. And that law, I know, I don't need to have my dog on leash. My dog wants to hang out. Let's put a mask on your damn dog and make people feel comfortable. Double mask your dog, man. So I'm like, dude, my dog's fine. And I know rules, everyone needs to follow the same set of rules. That's the issue. I think that's the issue because people have become so binding to the law, so loyal to their government, so loyal to the law, that they're willing to turn on their fellow man to go within the confinement of the law. Because it's safer, man. I feel safer with your dog on a leash. You're a pussy. This is why we should all be able to carry. Maybe my dog is crazy. Maybe I'm just a dumbass that shouldn't have my dog with a leash. You should be able to pop cap that dog's ass, right? Think about it. But you can't because you're in Canada. It's a crime to be a handgun owner. Fuck, man. How about that bullshit with Trudeau? He says he's pulling the handguns there. He's doing a national handgun freeze. And then he called it a ban, and then he had to quickly correct himself. Oh, no, it's a freeze. Well, you just said ban because that's what you want, obviously. Another communist red flag. Oh, no, you're crazy, man. No, there's a lot of red flags. And then that one came up, I'm like, whoa, super red flag zone. That's a huge red flag. Taking guns away from people right after you invoke the Emergencies Act. You do one of the most unprecedented things in Canadian history. And then you also form a coalition government, which you're calling a non-coalition, but it's a fucking coalition government. That's also unprecedented on the federal level. And then you pull the guns after the Nova Scotia shooting bullshit. That was all bullshit. Then you do the handgun thing. Those are red flags, dude. That's authoritarianism on the fucking rise. And he goes to the EU and he says, authoritarianism is on the rise, but it's not me. Yes, it is! You're a fucking dictator, you cunt! Look, this guy, man. The handgun thing. He had a Global News reporter, which surprisingly one of these assholes asked him. They said, Mr. Trudeau, you're freezing handguns, but stats would show like 90 or 90. It's like a vast, it's almost like 100% of handgun related crimes are gang related and black market, not responsible legal gun owners who went through the Canadian PAL system and acquired their gun and, respectfully lock up their guns and their ammunition and only use it at the shooting range. How is this going to change anything by you banning guns from responsible gun owners? And he's like, and I paused it right there. I'm like, he will not answer this question. I said to myself, I'm sitting here right in this fucking spot. I'm like, I'm screen recording this because I know it's a historical moment in my mind with what I know about these politics. He's not going to answer the question. He's going to go around it, and he won't answer it because he can't answer that question without contradicting himself. What does he do? I press play. Screen recording's on. Motherfucker doesn't answer the question. Nope. He just dances around it. And then liberals will tell you, guns are bad. No. Liberals are bad. Liberals with stupid gun laws that don't make sense are bad. That's what's bad. It just makes no sense. No sense. You literally, best handgun salesman on the market. This fucking guy, Uncle Trudy, literally comes in with all this bullshit. And he says, we want to take guns from responsible gun owners. But You know, how are you going to deal with the black market? Well, we're going to toughen up restrictions at the border. That doesn't work. You're not putting enough into it. You're not even toughening or tightening restrictions at the border. Oh, fuck, that handgun thing's like super red flag, man. Super red flag. Because he knows grassroots Canadians are the armed ones. If you want to start a fucking revolution, well, you know who you're going up against. And what do we want back in some historical eras of time, very recently, where we want to pull guns from people? Why? Why? My dogs are mental. Yeah, see, you know your dogs, Ghost. Exactly. That's my point. If you know your dog, you know your dog. And you have your dog on the leash. We should be able to have that and I know a lot of people don't have critical independent thought and will do dumb things. So this is kind of a sticky subject, but personally, I wish the rules weren't for me, so I make them not for me. It's like when we smoke the tires in our cars. We know we're not going to smash into someone's house. 9.9 fucking times out of 10, we're not smashing into somebody's house. We still do burnouts. We take the law into our own hands in that matter. You know what I mean? We always, it's just like people, you know what you're doing. Most people know. That's why people should know not to tell you what the fuck to do with your body. It's the same people. That's why I'm saying I'm comparing the fucking getting 9 jabs and wearing your mask in public. I'm comparing them to the people who are like, put your dog on the leash. My dog is 5 pounds. I don't need to be on a leash, bro. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna storm rolling. I'll show you guys the mountains again. They're getting prettier. We're getting a good sunset. Oh, gimbal going for a whack job here. Man, this gimbal survived. This gimbal that you guys are in right now on my phone that's holding my phone, this gimbal survived Ottawa. It survived me being arrested and pounded on the ground and all it being trampled. Oh, it's raining. Look at that. Holy hell, the sun flying. Oh, he's sitting here in Foothills County over the Western Mountains. Dale's been out there plowing the fields, the old Massey Ferguson, putting all the hay bales out there. Hey, slow down. Look at these guys, these Volkswagens always think they're impressing me, eh? That's the guy's house with the cool cars. We better do a flyby at fucking 90 miles an hour and show them that we're also in the car scene. Oh man, I say crazy stuff. It survived holding the line. It did. This gimbal right here, when it went down, oh dude, this cable and this booster pack I bought in Ottawa, and I brought this gimbal, and they all survived. They all flew out of my pocket, and I was like trampled and shit. And this thing's mint. Nothing happened to it. And the cops are really nice. The Gestapo cunts, the green cunts, you know the green cunts with the fucking masks on? Dude, those guys, they trampled me. And they trampled my shit, and none of it broke. DJI makes solid products, dude. Oh man, those green guys, fuck, I wish I had a can of pepper spray. I wish there was like 20 of us up front with cans of pepper spray. That's what I wish. You want to make a lawless world with the invocation of the Emergencies Act? So be it. Next time it will be fucking lawless. And all the cunts, I'll make sure there's a row of like 30 of us up front. When we got to wall those cunts again, pepper spray them under their helmets. Psh, first line of defense. That's how easy it would have been. People are kind of pussies. Even the people in the free movie, like, yeah, man, peace and love. And I know. I was also on that vibe. But then it got like that. I'm looking at people. I'm like, dude, we should fight these guys. Like, they're lawless as fuck. They're breaking little chicks' arms and like beating old ladies. Like, we need to fuck these guys up. And you're like, no, man. It needs to stay about love. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. If we had pepper spray, if we all had if there's 20 or 30 of us against their wall, we just all pepper spray live and fuck at them, and then we start hoofing them over. We grab their batons, we hum their batons at the horses, fuck the horses up. Fucking Sam would have had the fucking coyote piss soaked toilet paper roll. That would have fucked with the horses anyways. Then the guys with the rubber bullets. Buddy, we would have just going right at them. Yeah, see? We'd taken them right down, boom, getting into there, and we would have just overthrew them. But no, we're peaceful Canadians. We set a good example too, though, right? And the next one, I promise you, if it's that way, I want nothing to do with it. I'm leaving this fucking country. If that's the way we take it next time, and we're all saying, yeah, man, just let us have fun, dude. They're not going to. They want to turn us into a shithole. They want to make us like China, dude. They're not gonna let us just have fun anymore. They don't want that. You got to get violent. And people will say, and I get this. I've been on this vibe before too. Peace and love, man. Win the war with hearts and kisses, dude. No. History says you're full of shit. History shows us that everything's been a fucking bloodbath. Every fucking thing has been a violent bloodbath to get us where we are. The ground you stand on and the air that you breathe is because of bloodbath. So right now, what went on in Ottawa? Well, next time, that needs to be something else. That's all I'm gonna say. Get a little too extremist. I'm labeled extremist these days, but you know what? We don't dare label the government who beats us with batons and tramples all the horses. We don't dare label them a government. That government, we don't label them as extremist at all, do we? We do, but their side doesn't. It's like, dude, it's getting extreme on both sides. That is the polarization of the division that Prime Minister created. and years of lying to us. That's what I'm saying. If they wanted to solve, and Trudeau really cared about democracy, if he really cared about repairing our democracy and making us a civil country again, then they would quit lying to us. They would quit lying to us because that is what's doing it. It's the lying. It's the lying. It's all the sneaky bullshit, the scandals. We don't trust them. So how the fuck do you expect us to believe you when you want to lock us down and make us get 9 boosters? You really? It's the lying. If you really want to fix the country, if that's really what it was about, you would quit lying. If you really cared about that. But you obviously don't. So then what do you really care about? Obviously what we're talking about. Obviously about the rise of authoritarianism. Obviously about becoming some type of fucked up dictator. Fiddling Klaus Schwab's balls. Obviously. Because if you care about democracy, you do something to fix it. But you're not. You keep engaging in divisive rhetoric and lying to us. And bringing up bullshit laws with no actual stats. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, dude. Peace and love ain't gonna solve this, man. No, dude. And I'm up. Look at my fucking hoodie, man. I just went to Shambhala. People are like, dude, look at that, man. I'm like, dude, we gotta fucking overthrow the government. What? Dude, seriously. Oh my God. Feds are watching for sure. But you know what? I'm not gonna be leading no shit. I'll be there supporting some shit. They got some other guys to go after before me. You know? Wait till those other guys get off their cop watch bullshit, you know? Hopefully that... They made the example out of Tamara Lich, Pat King, and all that. They made a complete example out of them. They used them as political prisoners. And you know what the funny thing is? It's not funny. It's actually really terrifying and sad how stupid people are. Like, oh, well, they should have been breaking the law. It's like, dude, this is how I know you're stupid. When you say shit like that, you sound like a fucking child. Oh, they shouldn't have been breaking the law. They had a mischief charge. It's a mischief charge, dude. Mischief charges are like the lowest thing on the lowest tier on the criminal offense level you could fucking possibly have. And they're holding him in prison over that. And then when they brought Tamara in recently, she was brought in because of her being in the same room with what's his name there, you know, Tom Moranzo or where the hell his name is, something like that. Take a picture in the same room. And they're like, no, go to arrest her. She shouldn't have been there with him. She had a restraining order against him because of the Freedom Convoy bullshit. Oh, you're wrong again. They were allowed to be around each other with legal counsel, which both of their lawyers were there. Why do you think she was released from prison within 2 weeks? Because it was bullshit, and the court system was bullshit. It drags on for a long time. But she got released for a reason, because they were wrong. Yeah. So, before you open your mouth, and you start talking about knowing shit about the law, you should actually know something, because you sound like a fucking 5-year-old when you talk. Boom! Done. Case dismissed. And you know what? A lot of these things have been going out lately, like the charges getting dropped against all the convoy stuff. Why'd that happen? If we were really a terrorist organization funded by Russia, you wouldn't think those charges would get dropped. I can't wait. I know a lot of things don't ever happen, and political leaders never pay for their crimes, but... And Canada Day thing, 100% Canada Day. That's what it was. That is totally true, Ghost Dog. That's fucking definitely what it was. Fucking listen to me. Listen to me. Fuck, that sunset's beautiful in the camera right now. Okay. Oh, God, I lost my train of thought again. Fucking my mind's wild. Oh, God. Where am I? Anyways, these people talk shit. They don't know anything. They talk shit. They're just unreal. I need Cuba. They want her ramming Parliament buildings. I know. I sound like, we're starting to get like an extremist kind of vibe going on here, and I'm trying to get away from political stuff because it gets me amped up. I know a lot about it. We all know a lot about it. I'm trying to grow my audience. I mean, maybe I need some people in here that aren't as much about it. Because I like the politics, I like it, but I don't know that I want to be a political commentator. I know that I don't, because I want to do, I want to do the fucking car stuff, the traveling stuff, and I want to get away from it, but this is also like, I owe you guys a live stream and to chat about things that have gone on since Ottawa and where things led, because I know, I was there, which is why I hate when people come to me and they say, man, fuck Freedom Convoy is bad. Were you there? No, but I heard about it. And then shut up. You didn't see shit. If you form a negative opinion against it, there are things. They can be both things at once. There was bad stuff going on, and there's good stuff going on, right? There was a lot of bullshit. There was a lot of racism. There was bullshit. There was some complete retards there. Sorry, I used the word in the nicest way possible, but there was a lot of assholes there. I seen it firsthand. There was assholes. Hey man, it's like some guy said to a Chinese guy. He asked him something about a fortune. Like one of the cops is Chinese. He's like something about a fortune cracker, and you're something reading. I'm like, dude, fuck off. You want to live in a country of unity and you're going to fucking be racist? Like, holy. Look at this. Holy man, look at that sunset.
Oh my god. And what was my first car? So this is my car. Let's get back into cars from here. What was my first car? 77 Parisienne. This Camaro was one of my first vehicles too. I had this one within it was like one of my first 3 or 4. Yeah, this one's cool, man. You know what's really cool about this one is that it's got T-tops and it's a manual transmission. Roof comes off, 2 sides. It's got a manual 5-speed in it. The Hurt shifter. It's got some cool gauges. I just put this Firebird steering wheel on it because I had a really greasy Grant one in there before. But I fixed the column. I used to have a lot of column slops, so I rebuilt the column in it, cleaned it up nicely. Oh, it's tight. Can you sled those mountains? These ones here, no, because they're a provincial park, technically, or they're within the bounds of a provincial park. And honestly, the terrain up there, like there's trail riding you can do up there. There's probably some stuff you could climb, but for the most part, they're kind of, there's a lot of blowing snow and like wind-loaded stuff, so not a good place to sled. Down the road a little farther is pretty good though. There's some areas down that way you can sled. Can you walk her the T-top down the road? Can I walk her? You mean walk? I'm confused. That'd be dramatic, like the Queen Trudy. Trudy, I love that. Update your thoughts on Brian Peckford. Well, I mean, Brian Peckford's taking people like, he's the last living member that drafted the charter or the travel section of the charter. Anyways, I'm not super educated on it, but if he's taking the government to court over it, then why the fuck's he doing that? Hey, no, you're bad. Conspiracy theorist. Japanese cars, love them, dude. Seriously, yes. I want to do an import. Actually, I've always owned American cars. Like I've had, I got my Mustang, I got my Camaro, I got my Trans Am, I have my other Mustang, that red one. And then I got this Volvo finally, which this Volvo is my first import, I think. Swedish, just Swedish. This is Klaus Schwab's first car. Klaus Schwab likes the Volvo. 67 Barracuda needs paint. The engine top, yep, dude, that'd be cool. 8K be a good deal. Walker, oh, the fat and spurious. Hold on. Oh yeah, did you see that story I made the other day on my Instagram where I was talking with Paul Walker, or are you just saying that now? And it's a coincidence. Because I was on my story the other day, I'm like, dude, sometimes I just want to pound this T-top off and just have it explode on the highway like I'm Paul Walker. Then I started talking about how disrespectful Paul Walker is for like taking a Targa top Supra and pounding the roof off it. Like, dude, you know how many of those they made? Not that many. And you're disrespecting them, right? I'll show you this other car. I'll show you this. This is cool. You guys, I think you car folks will like this one. Holy God. Okay. So you see this engine here? You did see that bit. Okay, that was a funny bit. Ford Coyote. Out of a 2011 Ford pickup truck F-150, 5-liter. They're like 420 horse or 400 horse or something. Maybe these cams are a little less, like 390. Anyways, big old double overhead cam, 4-valve V8. Huge ass engine. 88 millimeter Borg Warner S480 turbo on it. 88 mil, so she's a honky boy. And then I got a CG Fab hot side turbo kit on it. And then I got a Team Z tubular K member to mount it in an old Fox body. Now, I've done the Ford, powered by Ford coil covers on it, so it looks like a classic Ford kind of design. The blue, classic Ford. Now remember this blue. Remember the blue. I'll show you what this is going in. I'll show you. See you later, Trouble. Thanks for coming over. I'm glad you enjoyed. S480. I got off my buddy Jeremy Stewart from Heavy Line Straight Line Equipment over in Alderside. Guy's dope. He's got some cool shit. So this car is what that Coyote is going into. So this is a 1985 Fox Body Mustang. Last year, the carbureted V8s. Super mint. Garage kept its whole life. I'm the third owner on paper of it. And yeah, it's got a 10-point roll cage in it. With all the parts of the swab in there. 10-point roll cage. Got a racing seat in it. And then, yeah, a cool little dash. Like I said, 10-point roll cage. Super mint car. Super mint. Original Canadian Cobra, which is really just a sticker. But yeah, original Canadian Cobra. Look how mint this thing is. Red with a black pinstripe down the side. And got big slicks on the back of it. Skinnies on the front. And then, yeah, so picture that Coyote in here. That engine I just showed you. With the blue coil covers matching that blue Ford emblem. I know a lot of guys don't like the blue, right? They're like, fuck the blue. Other guys are like, bleed Ford blue. I like everything. But yeah, that engine in that car is going to be pretty cool. I'll probably start using this trailer one of these days, eh? I built a winch setup for the floor so I can winch cars into it. But I haven't ever used this trailer. And I'm hotter than my ex-boyfriend. I'm always making fun of guys for buying Dodges and never towing trailers. It's always like one of these funny rants I have. But then I realized I have a trailer and I don't have a truck to pull it. So it's pretty fucking ironic. Pretty cool trailer though. I love this thing, man. Just got to start going around and flipping cars with it. Look at that sunset. Oh, fuck. I like cars. Not necessarily fast cars, but fun cars. Another thing I must request on here tonight is that people stop coming by my house randomly unannounced. I mean this in the kindest way possible. I enjoy that you want to meet me and you want to come by and thank me for the Ottawa stuff. And people drop off gifts, they come by, but it's gotten to be a lot lately. There's been like 20 people have come by, and it's like, dude, I'm in the middle of working or something, and I don't mean to be an asshole, but and then I don't give you my address either. So can you show up because you know where I live? I get it. It's also kind of weird, but it is what it is. Just please, get a hold of me first. It is sketchy. It is for sure. Buddy, look at that. Can I get a fucking high, yeah? I'll show you the Mustang, too. I love this thing, dude. I'm so sad I get to drive it this year, but oh, dude, look at this thing. Such a cool car. Hearst. Everyone told me no red interior, man. No red interior. I'm like, dude, I'm doing the red interior. I love the red interior. I don't know. Some people hate it. I'm in love with the red interior and the window louvers. Look at those. Look at the window louvers on it. Look at that. Look at the thickness on it. Look at that fuel cell under there. Look at the strange adjustable shocks on the Team Z race suspension. Got that hitch on there so I can pull my trailer. I'm actually going to buy, I used to have a Bonaire tent trailer, so I'm going to buy a Bonaire tent trailer again eventually so I can tow the tent trailer behind this and take it camping. Because there's nothing I love more than pissing off liberals pulling into a campsite with a choppy car, right? Some old guy will have a straight pipe Cummins and you'll get mad because you have a cam. Well, your car doesn't need to be loud. Mine does because it's a truck. Shut up. I don't believe you. Hold on. Look at this. I'll show you another cool thing. So I'll show you two of my favorite things about this car. Well, first of all, there's three favorite things. There's a lot of favorite things, but the engine. I mean, you pop the hood and this old shitbox has that in it. 600 horsepower, 393 Windsor in it. I love the stripe down it. I've done the black louvers and done the black accenting and the Mickey Thompsons and all that. Really brings it to life. Like I said, it's got a little Team Z race suspension in it and stuff. Oh god, the floor is wet. Look at this. This is one of my favorite parts. CAA Plus. These taillights I got off a woman in New Westminster, Vancouver area. And then this. I have a lock cylinder for this thing. I could make this lock work. I have a brand new lock cylinder off LMR. I still use a screwdriver because it just suits the vibe of the car. And then the nitrous bottle. The nitrous bottle sitting there, it's hidden behind the louvers and the battery relocation. So what this does is the driver sits up there, battery relocation, nitrous bottle here. So it offsets. When you launch, the car tries to stay more flat. That combined with the anti-roll bar really works wonders. And then, there you go, latches. And then this little slick thing. I spent a couple days doing this. This is a cool little feature of this car. I hate cars that are wired like goon animals, like you go in there, there's wires over the floor and shit. I hate that. I like clean shit where you can't see anything. So here's the center console. Here's the center console. Boom, look at that. All that shit's run plumb through the console. So if you want to take the console of this car, it's quite the job. But this is a diverter valve in here. So what I can do is I can flick this valve on. So I can always have my nitrous bottle on in the back. If I want to go around showing off, or I want to have my nitrous ready to go, I can have my bottle warmer on right here, my bottle heater. Then I can have the nitrous bottle on back there, reach back. This way I don't have to have all the wiring and the bullshit for an electric bottle opener. I just always have it on, and then it comes up here to this ball valve. And the ball valve switched off. And this allows me to not have pressure on my nitrous solenoid, which you always have the nitrous on. It's going to hurt your nitrous solenoid and wear it out, and you'll fuck everything up. So you basically have this in here. I can read the gauge here, and I can have it. And then when I'm ready to use nitrous, I just flick it forward, and it diverts it to the valve. And I also have my nitrous pressure reading right here, so I can see it right from the driver's seat, along with my fuel pressure. And then down here, I have my water and my oil pressure. And then here I have my dual gauge, AFR gauge, which tells me both cylinders, what the AFR readouts are on both collectors of the headers. So yeah, if not actually racing the nitrous needs to vent into the AC. No, I just got it vented. I just got it diverted there with the ball valve. The ball valve fails, and I'll know because it will show on my gauge, right? Yeah, Veb's Kale. Veeb's Kale. Yeah, dude, Alberta is like super tight. It's super out. Let's show you guys again. Anyone who's new viewing right now, I see a few new viewers over here. Check you out. Look at that. Oh man, that's unreal. I should be out in the mountains right now hiking, but I'm here. It's okay. We're hanging out. It's fun. Laughing gas air feed. Yeah, I don't know if you ever huffed nitrous before, but holy hell, is it a good time? Kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, so I have plans here in the near future to get these videos out. So I'm working on, like, I just did my Shambhala post where I went to Shambhala, legendary, one of the best music festivals on the planet. My shop's like 30 by 30. Best music festival on the planet, one of the best. Went to that, filmed my whole experience. I worked for like the last month editing it and trying to get to it between building a car, going to Miles Mayhem and all this. Just got that one out. Check it out. It's a dope video. It's really fun. And then right now I'm working on my Kootenay travel video where we're in the Kootenays. I fixed the sun clipper. We go on a tour down a riverbed. Found a super cool old growth forest. And then what else did we do? Bought the Volvo and did this cool drive back. It's like a funny comedy video. It's pretty good. It's like 30 minutes long though. And then the other one I worked on today was me and Mike getting the cars ready, which is a really funny video of us. Oh, dude, it's so... I'm getting to the point now where I'm really enjoying making just videos. Like I'm trying to get away from the drone shots as much and just focus on making vlogs. Then once in a while doing some specialty drone shit. Maybe once a month I'll do a cool banger or something, but I gotta like kind of tone her down because it's not manageable. And then sun clipper. I didn't officially name it that. It's official name. Yeah, and then the next one I'm working on is Miles Mayhem Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been working around the clock lately, every day, morning to evening, on trying to produce content and learn how to properly channel my YouTube stuff so I can make a living at this and I can start taking you guys to cool places and doing really cool stuff. I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten. I think we have 144 people on here tonight, which is super dope. So cool. So many people will come out and hang out and watch, and yeah, really appreciate that. Appreciate all the donations tonight. I appreciate those who have donated to the Patreon as well. Thank you so much. Patreon is one of my new ways of channeling donations and stuff, so I can, like I said, start to pay for some of these bills. Production value is fantastic. Thanks, North Country. Darren's Trucking, Miles Mayhem videos. By the time you release them, now it's too late. I've watched a ton already from others. Yeah, but like I said, I couldn't keep up. I tried, man. I did. I was down in the Kootenays at Shambhala, made the video, got home, panic built the car, got on the road. I was working every day on footage, offloading, trying to keep up with filming, guys, so I can get the best footage. So what I can promise you right here is, yes, it's been a week, but you ain't seen nothing yet, like greatest YouTuber commenter said. I have footage. No one has footage like me. Nobody. Everyone's just kind of like, hey, man, here we are. Good videos. Here we are, Miles Mayhem, we're running the car. My shit's different. As always, it's like, dude, here's Zip Ties, Peg from Zip Ties and Bias Plies saying some crazy shit. Here's me saying crazy shit. Here's Mike saying crazy shit. Here's a car doing a gigantic fucking burnout. Here's some drone shots. No one had drone shots. My shit's going to be tight, dude. Just stay tight. It's late. But I would rather produce a good quality video than try to rush it out on the spot when I'm trying to, Plus, we got to drive 500 kilometers every day. So there's no way. There's no way. No way. No way I can keep up with editing on the road. It's Mike! Did you enter a car too, like last year, buddy? Just video everyone. No, I took this car. I took the 87. Last year's Miles was awesome. Those videos, I don't know if I'll ever make content like that again. I don't know if you can recreate how fucking... just amazing that time was. Like Jeremy blowing up his truck and then me making that stupid clip of him going off about the pickerel fishing and stuff. I don't even know how the fuck I thought of that. It's just like, seriously, like I watch that and I'm like, did I make this video? Like, really? That's me? I'm like, that is so funny. Like, some say them boys never did get that LS swap done that night. Some say they would have been better. No, some say they didn't get that Duramax swap done. Some say they would have been better off LS swapping the thing. Hell, I'd like to think they're just legends for even trying. Now, Jeremy Struick, he went off and grew up to become one of Western Canada's greatest pickerel fishers. Now, hell, I don't know if this is a pickerel in this picture, but my God, is that a nice fucking fish. Yeah, last year was dope. Next year, I'm definitely going to be on the ball more where I can get videos out faster. It's the coordination with the people, because what I'm doing is like, get to the hotel. Here's my little insight and behind the scenes on what's going on when I'm not on ball with getting the footage up. So, going to the hotel, right? I'm like, okay, I go out and nail a pass out. I hand in my time slip. I hand in my landmark from the day before, my car in front of the landmark. I unlock the map to the next route and the next landmark. I get on the road. I'm like, Kate, we did our pass. I do one hit. I don't care about winning. I don't care about being in the event and the sense of like where my time slips are at. Like, because you'll have to do multiple passes to get your best ET. And then you hand that one in. So it's your best chance of winning because you do an average over 5 days. Have a good night, Tanya. Thanks for coming out. So I don't care about that. I care about being there and filming, having fun. Is that DET Speed Shop? So what I do is I hang out in the pits after I get on the road, one hit wonder, like 11. I get up at 9. I'm there through tech, unload my car. I'm a piece of shit. And I get going. Did you leave a flap on my workbench?
A flap. A flap, Josh. What kind of flap? I may have left a flap. Anyways, I'm on the road. I want to get on the road by 11. But then I see these guys in the pits. DD Speed Shop, Zip Ties and Bias Plies, Shade Tree Mechanical. Like, I see these guys. I'm like, dude, these guys are animals. I want to see what these guys are up to later. And then, like, hop on the road to them, and it's a vibe. It's crazy shit going on. Like, they're saying, like, especially Peg, he's saying, like, the craziest shit. So I'm like, then their shit's breaking down, and I'm like, I guess we're on the road for a long time. And I'm like, other people I'm filming. So I end up spending the whole day being on the road and getting to my hotel, like, late at night, sometimes midnight. So I'm like, I'm not editing. I'm going to bed. I'm going to be fresh for tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to, my main goal is to offload footage and offload the cameras. And then so a little bit later, but I got some cool drone shots. I got some really cool rollers of Josh's 55. I got some cool shots of Peg's greasy Ford diesel truck. Oh my God. And all these other guys rolling down the highway. Days who did some really good video shoots, but I've tried to get as much as I could, but it's hard to coordinate, guys, because one guy's breaking down, another guy's helping guy, and then then all of a sudden you lose people, and it's crazy. It's a lot to keep up with, but it's challenging and it's fun. The drone shots when I'm trying to set. So what I'm saying is when I'm trying to set up the drone shots, I'm trying to set up these really high production quality shit. It really does make it so I can't, And next year I might go into it just vlogging so I can edit every day and get the content out day by day. Because it is a lot. It's a lot. I got to dial that back so I can make a more consistent channel, I think. I think if I'm going to be honest with myself and be honest with you guys, that's what I need to do. How's Keith? That man's a legend. Yes. Did you watch the video where I got back to Manitoba after the convoy? He hopped in. So funny. You should just talk to Dustin from Miles Man will be the film guy for the event. I should, dude. I really should. Hey, while you're here, Josh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I should talk to Dustin about that. That would be cool, doing like the drone stuff and everything. They are giving me permission to fly on the track, and he's getting me all the guys riled up so I can get in there and fly the drone. Where's that blower intake? I'll show it to you here, bud, while you're on the line. By the way, I had a really good time with you. That 55 is just blowing my mind. I like how it went from that setup it was before to like some completely ridiculous Coyote 12 to 1 compression setup. Never seen that in a Coyote before. Didn't even know any Coyote build did that, so that's pretty cool, man. Here, I gotta go find this. I gotta go find this blower intake. You gotta see this thing, Josh. Tell me if it works for you. And I keep forgetting to get pictures of it and send it to you, but I got it in the trailer here. I think I have it in the trailer here. So annoying. I get my keys out and unlock this thing every time I want to go into it. I got no light here. Where's my keys? Hey, it's Mike. Imagine if Mike was just in here in the car. Hey, it's Mike. Hold on a second. Brandon, Manitoba. Seriously, original born and bred Manitoba car. Been in a garage its whole life. Look at that hatch, man. Seriously. Even all these little rubber things, they're never there. They're never. Look at the license plate lights, like everything, man. Seriously. Okay, so I'm going to switch you guys around here for a second so you can see my beautiful face. I'm going to find Josh this intake and a part number for him. This is my Cobra Darren, yeah. This is the one that's hitting the Coyote swap. QuickTime bell housing. What the fuck do I have that for? LMR. LMR! Is that it right there? In a Ford Performance box, which is not here. Oh, wait a minute. Am I retarded? Hold on a second. Maybe it is in the garage. She's mint. Yeah, she is, dude. She's a cool car. Super clean car. Needs some paint work here and there because the bumper on the back, the fella before took the bumper support out of it to make it lighter, and it sagged the bumper a bit, less leading to cracking paint. Yeah. Kevin is training, doing a boxing montage. He waits till he sees a video that's coming his way. He's got some stipulations to agree to. Is it in here? Buddy. Oh, there it is. Here, I found it. I think a guy would look a bit harder. Yeah, so Kevin's deal is he wants to use knuckles and shit. Like, he doesn't want to make this an official event, but that's not happening. Can I get a high? He doesn't want to make it an official event. Like, I want to box the cunt in a ring in May. And they're by my rules because it's my event. And like I say, I'm not. He's like, I'll fight you with bare knuckles. I'm like, dude. After the death threats, number one, you're going through security before you come to my property. The fight's being held at my property. You're going through security after the death threats and make sure there's no knife or guns on you. And
Yeah, I'll get into this. You wait. I'm not fucking bare knuckle boxing the cunt. There's a fucking box match happening, and the cunt better agree to it, or else you can't call me a pussy anymore, right? You can't call people a pussy when you're literally a pussy, right? But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm setting up a boxing match with Kevin Erzman, and all of the Rev and Kevin, all the proceeds are going to a Freedom Convoy charity, and we've got 9 months to train. But he doesn't know it yet because he thinks we're just gonna fight Medicine Hat with our bare fist. No. We're doing this legit, man. And you're helping me pay for the boxing ring and the fireworks. When I come out, it's gonna be fucking what's that one song? The Austin Powers theme song. Wait till I drop the video Sunday. You'll all understand what this is all about. It sounds really crazy right now, but just wait. I'm gonna box the cunt. Fucking talk shit and spread lies. I'm gonna make you look like a complete goon. I mean, the guy makes himself look like a goon, right? I'll make him like a bigger goon. The guy's an asshole. All right, Josh, look at this. Look at this, Josh. You want to treat me that Super T10? Buddy, you're gonna buy it off me, whatever. I don't need it. Ford Performance fell off a truck, one might say. I don't know if this is what you need or not, though, but it might be a bit bigger. Maybe I'll just go to a bigger blower if you have this. I don't know. Looks like an old Eaton. Brand new. It got the fuel injectors and the rails and everything. The intercooler in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt. I don't know. Would that fit an Eaton? The earlier Eatons from the Cobras? I don't know. But you're definitely girthy. Yeah, I mean, I basically in the video that I've released so far, I've told him, I'm like, dude, like, you gotta shake hands after him. You know, quit being so mad about it. Like, I've been so good to you, and like just having fun, light poking at you, and people are getting that mad over it. Like some of his followers and shit. Like, dude, you fucking can't say shit about him. You gotta let it go. It's like, dude, that's the problem with the world. People let shit go. That's why we're in this situation with this world. People talk all this mad shit, and they avoid conflicts. They just want to let it go, right? And I'm like, I let it go. Then I see him call me a pussy in a video. I'm like, dude, if I'm a pussy, come to my front yard. I'll set a boxing ring in May. Gives us 9 months to train. Drug test every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Drug test, no roids, no bullshit. This is going to be legit. We're going to raise money for Freedom Convoy charity because a lot of people are going to want to see this. But when you come to my yard, you're going through security. You're not going to have a knife on you and any of your gangbanging brass knuckle bullshit after that death threat that I got from you. We're not playing that. But you want to go around lying about me? I'm about to embarrass the living fuck out of you. So, you know, call me a pussy, but I'm squaring up with you, dude. I got a mad boxing trainer, and I will absolutely mop the floor with you, you scraggly bugger. But you know what? At the end of the day, I still want to be your friend. I just want you to quit lying. I want you to man up, and I want you to stop hurting people and stop threatening people and stop making things up. And then shake your hand, and then you and I can go back to making the funniest fucking live streams. How does that sound, cunt? Because I'm a forgiving kind of cunt. I'm not the kind of cunt that holds on to shit, but I will hold on to certain. I'll hold on to the kind of shit that's like, dude, you're not getting away with lying. You're not gonna do none of that boom bullshit and fucking try to lie and try to wreck my reputation. You have no proof. It's crazy, motherfucker, right? He ain't passing drug tests for 9 months. Yeah, I know. That's why it's kind of crazy, but whatever. He's like, you come out, I'll fight you, but I'm not doing any of your pussy boxing shit. It'll be fists. It's like, dude, I'm not going down the road of bloody knuckles. I'm not fucking into that shit. Look at my face, dude. I don't have a big meat dog face like you. I got a beautiful face. Got a lot of chicks, a lot of chicks dig this face. I'm not fucking getting punched by your stupid brass knuckles, cunt. So, you know, he's like a gangbanger, so I'm like, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'd probably beat the living fuck out of you, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna get a couple hits, you know, and you're gonna give me a black eye? Fuck that shit, dude. Go on to that. We're gonna do this safe, we're gonna do this legit, we're gonna do it right. I'm not meeting you in Medicine Hat with your fucking gangbanging buddies. None of that weird shit, dude. My front yard, that's the rule. Fucking boxing ring right there. Fucking boxing ring right there. Fireworks, video production through the roof, dude. I'm not kidding. People think I'm not fucking kidding, dude. Spotlights in all 3 of those trees, ring in the fucking middle, mountains in the fucking background. Seriously, drone shots, the event starting, $20 buy-in. If you want to be here on location, it's probably gonna be like $200 a person. And all the money generated from this event will literally go to the Freedom Convoy charity. Let's use this energy and this bullshit, and let's call him out for his shit, not let him away with his shit anymore, because too many people let him away with shit because they're scared of him, because he's a yappy chihuahua. Dude, I watched him get in people's face in Ottawa. He's so disrespectful to people. It was so fucking sad. He went to this little old guy, and he grabs this little fucking old guy, because the old guy said, because we were told to stop honking the horns. I'm sitting there, that's when I distanced myself from him. This little old guy sitting in the truck beside him, he's been up for days, and Kevin's laying on the horn, and the old guy says, hey man, the injunction's on, we're not supposed to do this, or else we'll give them more power. He jumps out of his truck, jumps in that guy's truck and grabs this little old guy. He's like, listen here, you fuck. And I'm just like, holy fuck, this guy's a sick cunt, man. This guy's a fucking psychopath. So, you know, I let it die down for a bit, let everyone go through their thing, the emergency's at and all that happened, but now we're talking about it. We're gonna use this energy for good. That's what I'm saying. I'm full of all sorts of ideas, right? But yeah, that's coming up. We're gonna have a conversation about this in a video in the future, and he's gonna have some explaining to do. And it's gonna be funny. The production quality I'm putting in this next one's pretty funny, dude. It's gonna take me about 3 hours to film it. It's different camera angles, me being a funny prick, me posting footage of him. Dude, you wait. You're all gonna love it. I'm gonna bring the fucking smoke. I ain't putting up with this shit anymore. You wanna call me a pussy? Really? You wanna go around lying and saying I stole from you? You wanna go around telling people at the freedom camps that I was a narc and turning them on me? Because you're literally a narc? Holy fuck, they don't fly in my world, boy. Are you left-handed? I can give you some boxing tips. First quit, Nick Diaz, top level career boxing, excellent takedown. Dope. I'm right-handed. Nice a street fight medicine hat. Dude, I post that picture today of me in front of like Trojan Transport. You know, this picture of me hanging out there. You know, I went there to get his hat back. I wasn't really gonna get his hat back, but I'm sitting there. I had this picture of the Camaro. One guy's like, I wouldn't screw around with Kevin too much. There's gonna be a point where he won't take it anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm so scared. That's why I showed up in front of his fucking business wearing his hat with my Camaro in these tight ass little fucking Hot Wheels jorts. I'm so scared. Fuck you, big boy. Anyways, Josh, let's get off that subject because I'm kind of wrecking the surprise here. Ford Performance. And yeah, it's a 2 of 3. That's why I said it's a 2 of 3. Like the other one was the turbo or the blower kit stuff. Then the box one would have been the blower. And then I guess 3 is the Roush intake. So funny that you can't really just get that. I don't know how that fucking works. The only thing about this whole thing is that I'm bigger than him and I'm younger than him. So how do we figure that out, right? Like, how do we work around that one? Because they're very unfair advantage. Plus, he's pretty scared of things. So I just want to flex at him. He's probably fucking ducking, right? Like, the guy's not that tough. He acts all tough and shit, but he's not. The guy's a pussy. What I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, I still want to be the pussy's friend. I just don't want him to fucking lie about me and spread misinformation and disinformation, because what we're trying to do right now in this country is avoid misinformation and disinformation, and this motherfucker is spreading it like he spreads his AIDS with the dudes he bangs, right? Think about it. I'm gonna get taken down on YouTube for hate speech now, right? Fuck. You know, I mean, this guy's like going around spreading monkeypox and shit, and he's telling people shit about me. It's like, come on, man. Come on, dude. What's going on? Going around getting monkeypox and you're fucking telling people that I'm stealing your hat? And I post a video saying you don't, then you ignore it. Then you ignore the video like you're a liberal. I give you facts, and then like a liberal, you pretend like it's not happening. How the fuck do you're a liberal, dude? And then you know what Kevin says? Life's a mirror. He reflects, right? Kevin's going, he says, you're just in the convoy for money. Like that voice too, the dark-ridden voice. You're in the convoy for money and for clout. It's like, dude, you literally still participate in those stupid little ones where you try to lead like 3 guys around because you want attention. Dude, every person that hopped in the video, you want selfies and stuff. Remember when you told me to make the documentary? You're like, make sure you put my good smile in it. I want people to know. I want bitches at home to know. Dude, I know so much shit about you. Like the fucking valve stems, dude. The valve stems, man. Think about the valve stems. No one knows about the valve stems because Tanner kept his mouth shut. The fucking valve stems are probably one of the funniest, most purest gold fucking stories I have from the convoy. You want to know why? That motherfucker pulled his valve stems days before because he was panicking. He was so scared of the truck getting towed. I'm not letting him tow it. Then he pulls the valve stems out. And then, boom. I told him days before, I said, dude, those motherfuckers are going to kettle us out of here. You're going to want those tires in mobile condition. Nope. No, they're fucked up. Take this truck anywhere. Boom. It wouldn't take the truck nowhere, right? Okay, all right, fine. Whatever, dude. But when they come, you're going to be fucked. You're going to be completely fucked, and it's all going to be your fault because you pulled those fucking valve stems because you panicked. You know, sure enough, they come. He had that fuckboy Lamborghini bumper on there. Anybody who watched him knows the fuckboy Lamborghini bumper that goes like, tss, tss, tss. You know that? That fuckboy Lamborghini bumper, because he didn't want to rip it off. He's like, we can't tow it out of here. So he had to run. He said he ran away from the cops. He got arrested because he left his phone live streaming. Then he went to the mall where I got dropped off, got a fucking phone, lied to everybody, told him that he didn't get arrested, which he did. I don't know why I didn't want people to know he got arrested. Anyways, the fucking valve stems are what fucked everything. That's the reason the trucks behind him couldn't get out.
because he couldn't move his truck because of that fuckboy Lamborghini bumper dragging on the ground because of his fancy little rims. The guy's a pretty boy, man. Go back on his Instagram a couple years ago before he had tattoos. Bet you didn't know that. Go back. Maybe his Facebook it was. They're out there, though. Go back. This motherfucker never had tattoos anywhere on his body. No hands, no face, nothing. He was in a tanning bed on Facebook, tanning. In a tanning bed with those little white little eye goggles on, bouncing in a club like a bouncer. And this guy's sitting there telling you he's this hardcore trucker, he's a biker, boom! No, he's not. He's a fucking, he inherited his parents' business. He's literally a super trucker. Hi, it's me, Kevin, the super trucker. Those tattoos are all bullshit. Fucking prove me wrong. Lies and misinformation and disinformation. The valve stems you pulled out of your tires because you're panicking ass, fucked everybody. Change my mind. Boom, you can't, because I know the facts. I tell the facts. I don't lie to people. There's no reason to lie when there's so much good content out there. That's why YouTubers make it big. Instagrammers like you, who have 6,000 fucking Instagram followers because of the convoy, you motherfuckers have to lie to people because you're all chintzy Instagram shit, right? Not YouTube, buddy. We're honest over here. And, you know, there's no point of lying to people because then people don't like you, you know? And people might not like me because I'm talking about them. You're being really vain, Tanner. I get it. Some people don't like conflict. I like it. It's fun. It's great. We need it. We need it in this world. We need people just going back and forth. Tanner, what are we doing? We're boxing. You want to box me too? Let's go. Let's all box. All these people are going to come out of the woodworks now too, right? Hey man, if he won't, I will. There's no chemistry between us. There's no history. There's no energy or movement to actually gain funding for a convoy related thing. So not going to work, right? This will work. This will work and we'll generate a bunch of money and we'll help out the truckers that never got money for their fuel costs. That's what this will be. But I'm very strict with the rules on this. Come to my property. The event's held here. There are no drugs, no roids, no bullshit, no gangbanging fuckboy shit, no fist fighting, no fucking, no, I know that's fucking Sparkless Siggy, eh? None of this fucking brass knuckle bullshit. This is my yard, a pair of gloves, and a bunch of money generated to help our fellow fucking freedom fighters out. That's what this is. You want to take it down the route of gangbang, fucking cool guy face tattoo shit? Fuck off, cunt. I'm not doing it, man. Not into it, bro. I try to keep positive vibes here on Ty Roaster's Garage, and this is positive vibes because it's funny stuff, right? It's funny stuff. Kevin's shit's super dark. He's really chirpy. I'm chirpy as fuck, but I'm not like boom chirpy, you know? I'm like, chirpy. It's like a different ball game, right? Think about it. $38 on the fucking, dude, thank you so much, people. I remember I go on Dave Live from the Shed's fucking live stream, and this guy's a straight shooter. Like, you watch Dave's content, you're like, this guy's lit, man. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's classy. He's what I'm not. But he also is what I am in some other ways because we're good friends. But Dave, I go on there, he's like, dude, please no smoking or vaping on the, I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, thought about it for a second. That's why I stepped back and started analyzing what I'm doing on YouTube. Like, even talking about this drama bullshit on here, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I get what you're doing. You're being a professional, which I am not. I'm an animal. You know, like people like us stand up for ourselves because we didn't fit in. It's always had to be by ourselves. You betcha. Fucking boom. Oh, we got a little battery here. Better go get my charger. Boom. Fuck's sakes. That guy gets me going. It makes me laugh. Fuck, I want to hang out with him again though. It'd be fun, man. I can do some live streams with him. Fucking drink beers. Say some crazy shit. It's just I don't put up the fucking psycho shit, right? Say one thing. Hey man, don't smoke in the room. It'll cost me a fee. The fuck you just say to me? I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Gets in my face. This is someone I figured out he's a pussy. This is one of the times, but he gets in my face, right in my face. He's like, I'm gonna fucking clock you in the fucking head right now. And I'm just like, holy fuck, settle down, Pitbull. Actually, what I said to him was, I said, dude, whatever you do, dude, make you feel like a man, you fucking do it right now. I said, I'll have you know, the guy standing at the end of this is gonna be the fucking man, right? And he backs off. He's like, oh. I said, I care about you. I do. I really care about you. I do. But I'm not putting up with this shit, man. You gotta fucking be honest with me. He's like, oh, you fucking, yeah. I'm like, all right. And then everything just fell apart after that. And then he went around and was like, okay. Bye. Any questions? I just fucking threw the cat out of the bag there. I was hiding that. I put on my Instagram
And I just called him out there and he kind of responded a bit, but we're getting into it. We're getting into it here. We're doing an official video for the YouTubers to see and to start getting the energy behind it so we can actually hopefully form something here and make something happen. Because I think it needs to happen. I think truckers need to be paid. And I think this is a good way to do it, or at least my way of helping out and closing off my convoy series in general, like letting it go, letting it all go, moving on, and waiting for the next event. But I think this would be a good way for one final ability to use some of the clout that I have right now in this thing, just to give some fucking money back. Yeah. And to fucking square the fuck up with Buddy. That'd be nice. What's the Camaro got in it? It's got a 305 TPI. If I have to be a mansplainer here, it's got the 350 TPI heads with a 350 fucking intake. Oh, it's got a 3/4 race cam in it. He's about it if I fucking fist fight him, like fist, but he hasn't even heard my rules yet. I just said, dude, fight me, right? But, you know, Wezenhoven pendants. I don't know what that word means. Like, I'm fucking, you know, I'm not fucking, I'm grade 9, right? I'm fucking all there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what I have planned. I'll let you guys in since the live streamers aren't like, you know, you're not going to go around telling everybody. I hope you don't. But if he agrees to my terms and we do this, there's going to be videos leading up to it when I'm training. Because I've boxed before. I've been trained by, I'm a shitty boxer, but I was trained briefly for a couple months by a feller who I seen at a MMA event in Calgary, and his pupil won this tournament. So I went up to him at the bar later and I said, dude, what's your story? And he was the nicest guy ever. He's like the African Mr. Miyagi. This guy was fast as fuck, but you never know. Like, I've seen his pupil, but I knew him. Like, who's the teacher? Most people don't ask who the teacher is. They're like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. But anyways, this guy talked to me. He said, come to my gym. I come down to his gym. Think I'm gonna get in a ring. All the other gyms you ever go to, guys get you in the ring right away. Not with Ed. Ed literally makes you just do circuits, cardio, get your endurance going, get your stamina way up there. 2 months later, he's like, "Hey, step in the ring." Step in the ring with him. Guess what? It's like this, right? I'm going at him. He says, "Hit me." I'm like, "I want to hit you, dude." He's like, "You gotta hit me, man." I'm like, well, "Yeah, but I'm like, I don't want to punch you in the face. I've never done this before." So I'm like, fucking go to jab at him, right? And he says, "Do it." I'm like, "All right, I'll fucking punch you, man. Fuck you." So I go to fucking left jab him. He dodges it, socks me in the face. I'm like, holy fuck. So I started actually trying. I'm trying. I could not land a fucking, the guy was like lightning fast. He was like Yoda. He's like a motherfucking Yoda bouncing around the ring, right? So what I'm going to do to make videos leading up to this for comedy content and, of course, hype content, I'm going to go to the island of the rainforest because that's where he moved. That's why I stopped boxing with him. I'm going to go to the Mustang roasting will probably happen next spring because it's got a broken ring right now, I think. I'll go to the island and I'll get him to train me and I'll do like montages, like one where I'm wax on, wax off on the Camaro or something. Then like one where I got him strapped to my back and I'm running through the rainforest like Yoda's on my back and Empire Strikes Back. Dude, seriously. The final boss is going towards the convoy, so good stuff. Yeah, like this, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for a good cause. It's not my alley, right? But it's good to go out there and make some fun, engaging content, something for people to look forward to, something people have fun with, and to give back to something that we all really appreciate. So I think that's where we're going with this. I think that's what's going to happen. And honestly, another really main reason I want to do this, other than all of that, is my own self-development. I've always wanted to get good at boxing, and I've lost about 50 or 60 pounds this year, and it's time. It's time for me to get my six-pack, and it's time for me to become a fucking animal. That's what needs to happen. I want to become like a fucking, I want a self-defense. I've always wanted to learn self-defense and be good at boxing in that sense, and it's time. I need this to push me through this, and I need something I do good under pressure. I do good under drive from people talking shit. That's how I built everything that I have. That's how I started my business, how I built all these cars. It's how I've lost weight. It's how it's always just drive from people talking shit and then me wanting more in life. And that's what this will be. This will be me, and I always get what I fucking want when it comes down to that shit, so. Try your best there, clown man. Better get another fucking face tattoo. Might fucking help you in the ring, cunt. $20 a person, not bad, eh? Show the spies how Nazis handle conflict. Yeah, right on. Hope he's watching. I love you, brother. I'd like to have a beer with you. After this is over, we'll have a chat. I know you probably won't because you're super bum hurt and you hold on to things, but like I'll fucking love to make another live stream with you and go adventuring. I don't hold shit. I grow from it. Self-development, man. That's what it's all about. If you don't fucking call yourself out for your shit and try to grow, what are you gonna do with your life, right? Become a fucking weak ass bitch, bitching everybody and calling people out for shit that's not even real. That dart was extra classy. And I bought him cigarettes. That was another bullshit lie. He's going around telling everyone I fucking stole his cigarettes. Bought him like fucking carton of darts. Well, like 4 packs, but if I'm going to be brutally honest, I bought him 4 packs of cigarettes. I smoked like maybe 1. It kind of hurt my feelings. Like,
I do bum darts quite a bit off people, but like fucking you going to actually buy you darts and you're gonna fucking lie about it. I was there for you. I hooked you up with money and shit. And you're telling everyone that I'm fucking mooching money. I'm literally giving you money. Fuck, man, that's brutal, dude. Motherfucker. Does the Freedom Colony really need more money? We'll probably just go. No, I'll independently source people out. I'll independently source people out that I knew that were there, that I've interviewed and talked with, and yeah, should be good. Christina, you might have to go back and watch like the last 40 minutes because it's been really funny. Pow! Anyways, that's that subject for now. I'll post you guys and keep you updated as things go on when I find out more. But that's where I want to go with it. You want to call me a pussy? Step up, right? Step up. I'll step up. We'll do this together. We'll go through this. We'll be best friends after. We'll go and we'll go drive off in the sunset on our motorcycles. I'll get a face tattoo. Yeah, call me fucking face tattoo. I'll get a fucking little tear here, and I'll get a fucking 6'9", Tekashi 6'9". I'll get a big fucking penis across my head or something. We'll be like fucking tattooed face tattoo bros. It'll be so dope. I'll have a Triumph. You'll have a Harley. You can be known as the straight guy. I know you're bi, but you can be known as the straight guy. I'll be the gay guy on the fucking Triumph. I don't care. Woo! We'll ride off into a sunset. I told the guy I wanted to film it. He's all these cool semis. He's got that black bomber. I wanted to film a really cool video of his semis and like do like an advertisement for his business for free, just because it was such a cool opportunity. And then he turned on me. My favorite convoy is, I think the green one said, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you." That was a dope truck. Get at least a 350 of that Camaro and keep your man card. Nope. Literally, you know what's really funny? The people don't know about this with these cars, but this one actually had the same power as the 350. It was 5 less horsepower or something than the 350 from the same year. Because this one had the same TPI heads intake, had the bigger cam instead of smaller displacement, but it had the manual transmission, so it had a bigger cam. Because the manual transmission card had a bigger cam. Still, 215 horse, and I think the 350 was like 220 or 225, maybe 230. Maybe it was a 15 horsepower more than 350. But in these years, it didn't matter. And honestly, like that car is like 500 something horsepower. That one's 800 on nitrous. The Coyote car is gonna be like 800 horsepower. So this one, as far as I'm with it right now, it's a fun cruiser. It makes 215 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds of torque. And I'm happy with that. That's kind of where I'm at with it anyways. And, you know, it's a good driver. I'll get a 6'9" tattoo right here. A little fucking tear over here. And you know what? This is controversial content. I know I'm going to lose a lot of subs over it, but I think I'll gain even more. And people want to hate on me, whatever, but they don't like, oh, I don't like conflict. Well, you're a man up. Or a woman up. Whatever you want to call it. Because the world's becoming very soft. And it's bullshit, man. How soft the world's becoming. They're letting people like, you should just let it go. You should let it go. No. That's why we're in this predicament with the pandemic for how many years? Because people just let it go. Don't talk about it, man. Don't do anything about it, man. Do something. Say something. Be something. Challenge your shit. Get out there and fight shit, man. Don't just stay there and be complacent. That's the problem with the world. Too many people say, just let it go, man. Ride the wave of peace, brother. Stop. Just stop. So this is my 65 Impala that I just got a big block for. You want to talk about... So this thing had a 6-cylinder in it. Inline 6. It made like... I think they were like 130 horsepower. Where's your mask? DD Speed Shop. What's up, brother? Perfect timing, DD Speed Shop. It's a big block. And you need an oil pan for it. Those frame style or pedestal style engine mounts. And then you need a set of headers. Obviously, I'm going to put a set of hooker headers on it. Those block hugger ones that work for these cars. But yeah, so this is... I thought this was a truck motor. But this is actually an RV motor. The dipstick was super long. And the guy showed me the RV it came out of. I actually had the owner's manual from the RV it came out of. So apparently these engines are like 300... They're not 230 horse and 400 foot-pounds of torque, but 330 horse and almost 500 foot-pounds of torque. So, you know, revs very low, torque motor. So if I do like a trick flow top end kit on it, I feel like, you know, it'd be like that one they did on YouTube where they made it make almost 600 horsepower on 87 octane. But yeah, I put all new brand new brakes in here, master cylinder, brand new drums, shoes, spring kit, hoses, bushings on the suspension, you name her. And I'm just trying to find a 4-speed for it right now, which is why Josh there with Shade Tree Mechanical, I'm trying to get him to trade me his Super T10 for that intake I have, but he's not having it because he has a Nova he wants to put it in. So yeah, I got to find a 4-speed for this thing though, because it did have a 3-speed Saginaw column shift. And I'm like, dude, I'm just doing the floor shift, the cue ball, classic nostalgia build, black steely wheels with the dog dish center caps. And then I got a set of brand new fenders here from an OEM ones off of 65. Oh my God, every time I put something here, the bird shit on it, dude. Shitting on my fenders, brah. What are you doing, brah? Yeah, I built this little lean-to for the cars. I'm bringing the 55 Chevy home, and I'm going to park it right beside this one in the end of September. So I'll have the 55 Chev in this car to get going this winter. 55 Chev's already going. I just ordered proper brake parts for it, though, because the brake's kind of sketchy on it. But yeah, 55 Chevy Bel Air is going to be here pretty soon. And I got that Yukon I got to work on. Got to do some lifters on it or something. Lifters, Beetle needs shifter linkage fixed. That Chevy's got a blown engine.
Yeah, shit just blew up this year really bad. Slowbird's doing really good though. This thing's doing really good. That thing's doing really good. What else I got going on here? Trans Am ready to fire up. Needs the engine broken in. Camaro has got a miss right now. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out. Can't figure it out for the life of me. And this one might have a broken ring. So basically, more shit doesn't run than runs right now, and it's kind of making me nervous. But then I got to remind myself that's the whole game of building cars and trying to keep these old classic cars in shape, is that you're going to have shit that just doesn't run half the time. But this one's ready to go. I just got to change the power steering pump on it though, because this one's dickered, I think. So I got another power steering pump, and then yeah, I just got to do the braking procedure. Got the new tires mounted on the back. Got a new set of 335s, and yeah. And then my motorhome, the Sun Clipper, the diesel pusher there is down in the Kootenays. I left it at my buddy's place, because I'm going back to the Kootenays to make more content before I settle in for the winter in the shop here. I actually have what is it? The Cavalier that I bought. I make a video series or a video on that. That's a really cool buy. Garage kept his whole life, driven 2 months a year. That is not a classic car. That is a modern version. Yeah, see, the older generation is kind of like that. Yeah, see, DD Speed Shop, right? That's what I've been thinking about lately. I've been watching your shit, and I'm like, 100%. More that's broke, more content. I know, right? Isn't that the vibe? Fucking right. Yeah, so it is. Like, these cars are classified as classics, like the O2 Trans Am, classic. I mean, it's got classic insurance on it. You know, anything over than 20 or 25 years or something. Notice you like Kukanoosa. Jim, I love it. I always pass Kukanoosa when I'm going down to Nelson and stuff. That's where I spend all my vacation every year. But I'm like, dude, Kukanoosa is so much closer to me. It's like right there. Nelson's about 6 hours. Kukanoosa is probably 2.5. I think I can get there because I can get to the area in 2.5 hours. If I want to be down the lake, it's like 3 hours probably. But that train jam, boy. I got the matching Smokey and the Bandit jacket too. Every time I run from the cops in this thing, I'm not making that up either. These cars are meant for running from cops. You do something stupid, you know, you're speeding excessively. Like, there's no way you're not evading the law. You know, you pass a cop doing 200, like you didn't see the plate, you're gone. Fuck it. And then he does see the plate. What do you do later? What do you do? What do you do? You leave the keys in it, you run. Yeah, think about it. Leave the keys in it, you run, and then you call the cops like, oh man, someone stole my car. Like, we know it was you. Like, prove it, cunt. Fucking get my car. Go get it. Then they go bring your mint-ass car back to you for free. Gives you a free tow, right? Insurance covers it. Maybe pay the tow. It's like $50. Maybe it's $250. Either way, it's not a flight charge. So it's a little bit of knowledge with the Tire Roasters Garage here in my history. I get everyone from cops. They always want to check my car out. Yeah, when you're doing 200, they want to check you the fuck out, right? You pass a cop doing 200 or 240, they don't want to check out your car. They want to check you out, right? Think about it. And check you out. They're gonna take you to jail. That's a fucked up charge. You better just go. You better just flee the country. You better just jump the border. It's pretty sketchy stuff. I know a guy that got clocked doing fucking 290 in a Corvette. Yeah. He kept going for a bit, and then he pussied out and he stopped. He was in a ZR1. Lifetime driver's license suspension, which I have in Manitoba right now. Wow. Because of bullshit. Not like that. It was nothing like that. It was just actual bullshit. I didn't pay my fines or something. Anyways, this guy, he got his license back, though. It cost him a couple $100,000 fighting in court, but he got his license back for work. He can't pleasure drive ever again. Like, he can't go out and fucking cruise around. If he does, he'll get in trouble. How many bright yellow cars on the road these days? I don't know. With the rise in homosexuality, probably a lot. With the rise in the LGBTQ femme plus IH dash minus sign, probably a lot, man. Yellow cars are everywhere now. Gay guys love yellow cars. Seriously. How can this guy talk at 1.5 speed when it's live? Just kidding. I'm fucking fast forwarding that shit, boy. School speed's way the fuck up there. Yeah, all the gay guys, man, fucking love this car. That's why I'm saying that people are like, dude, this is why it's so funny when people are just like, hey man, you fucking nice car, sorry about your little penis. Dude, if I want to impress people, you think I'd drive a fucking yellow Camaro? You think I'd put 80 grand into a fucking yellow Benedict Trans Am? Do you really think I'd put 40 or 50 grand into a Fox Body Mustang, then another 50 grand into another Fox Body Mustang, and then like all these other crazy cars? You think I'd do that if I want to impress people? No. I'd take all that money and buy a Lamborghini and go be a shallow fuck, right? So your comment, sorry, but it's out of bounds here. Thou shall not pass. You are delusional. Corvette yellow is nice though, bright, not mustardy. That's the thing. The yellow thing is such a controversial subject. People always do that. Like, nice yellow car. People say it to me and I always look at them. I'm like, you want to see a fucking burnout or what? You just got to ask. Like, oh, it's talking about how it's yellow paint. It's like, what do you want it to be? Blue? Would that make you feel better about my car if it was blue? Yeah, shut up. Gone. Fuck you. You know, that's what people do. The yellow thing is it gets people's egos going because they know. Like, you're walking past it, you're hanging out downtown. Some people look at your car, right? They see it, they hear it, And they think you're an asshole right away. A cocky fuck, got a yellow car. They hear you idling by, then like you rev it and they look, just out of curiosity, and they see the yellow car, they see your vibe, you get pit vipers on, and they're like, oh fuck, he got me to look. Now he thinks I like his car. Then the ego comes out. That's 100% what it is, man. I've analyzed people for years. That's what it is. They see your cool ass car. That's why I'm saying the old 55 Chevy, when I drive that fucking thing, no ego bullshit. Everybody loves it. People are coming up. That's the worst thing about driving 55 Chevy. The fucking worst thing and the best thing is the fuckers coming up to you all the time, won't leave you alone. I had one of these, and it's fun hearing the stories. I love it, I do. But sometimes, like, dude, I'm in a fucking rush, and this guy's going on. He's one of those cunts that won't shut up. He's like, hey man, it's like I don't leave high school. I'm fucking, you know, ever see that movie with Harrison Ford? He fucking drag race an old douche coupe. It's like, I know, yes, I've seen it. Oh my god, and it just doesn't stop, right? But
There's a cat in your car trailer.
there's a cat in the trailer.
Yes.
Oh god, fucking cats, man. Hold on, I got another comment here. Corvette, nicer since the dust removal. On the Impala, dash minus crowd.
We have some guests coming over.
When?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get off soon. Can't believe you let the particular beauty in the dusty shed. My 65? Oh no, the 30, that sat in there for 30 years. Yeah. Say this next time. You know why I painted it yellow? Because I can afford to. I seen this guy in socks and sandals. He suits a yellow Corvette. Yeah, remember? Were you there when I was walking out of the... Yeah. Oh, God, so good. Camel toes on my feet. So gross, but so funny. Who's this animal? I bet it is in the bedroom forever since Miles Mayhem. What's in the bedroom? Homosexuality? In this case, small things amuse small minds. Meow, love cats. I don't want to point about running from the cops in a car. Oh, yeah, I know, it definitely doesn't help. I know, it's not like Cannonball Run where I can just peel the fucking... whatever the plastic dip fuckboy paint off it or whatever, right? People are posing. Somebody stole the badge on my 76 Stingray. The 240 with the tailwind. That 240? Okay, no. That, like, this one tops out at, like, 240, this and that, without a headwind. No tailwind needed. No headwind, though. If you're on a strong headwind, bullshit, you're going over 200 in this fucking car. You need every fucking stretch of road you can fucking get. You can get 240 in this thing. That motherfucker? I put seal at like 270, 280. It's like the speedometer goes 260 or 270 on it, and like I bury it. And I'm like, no more. And I haven't done it in a long time. That was when I first got it, like years and years ago. I'd never like that's just like I'm not thrilled by speed. I'm thrilled by like stupid shit that like turbo guys would laugh at, like first to third poles and like putting power down on the street. I was like, that's what I mean. I'm not in a roll. I'm not in a roll racing. I don't run a fucking fruit roll factory. I don't run a bakery. I'm not in fucking roll racing or like dig racing, right? You have credit for Canada Ball Run. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, you have. I couldn't remember your name when I said it, but that is definitely your thing. Canada Ball Run, motherfucker. That's fucking great. That is such a premium. Kind of like what Miles Mayhem is, like the drag racing Cannonball Run. We're all just a bunch of rowdy pricks out there just having a good old time, picking up gay dudes in our Camaros, right? Hey, it's Mike. That thing's cool, dude. I love it. And it's not for everybody, right? Like I'm saying. LGBTQ fam loves this car. I hate it. You know some bullshit? This fucking thing used to be so cool. The word Trans Am. The Trans Am series, right? Trans Am, Firebird, Burt Reynolds. But then the LGBTQ fam got out of control and they started trying to indoctrinate children in their weird ass culture. So now when I'm like, I got a Trans Am, people are like, huh, trans. It's like, fuck you. It's Trans Am. It's cool, man. No, it's not. Oh, for fuck's sake. So we're at with the Trans Am stuff anyways. Camaro's still kind of a gay name. I like the name Camaro. It's cool, but then it's not. It's like, he had a Camaro. People spell it with an E. It's like, stop. Camaro. He had a Camaro. He had like cigarettes in it. It's still cool to smoke cigarettes on a Camaro, right? Look at the mountains back there, dude.
What's up?
Where you going? Where you been? What are you doing?
I'm gonna hire. Where's the boombox?
I've run the only car I have that's capable of 10s, well, it's capable of 9s, and I've run 8th mile in it, but this car here, it's set up to run, mid 9s in the quarter mile if I figure out the suspension in it, but I know this exact combo has gone low 9s. It's getting it to hook is the issue. 800 horse, you can get in the fucking 9s with it. Guys will tell you with the big turbo 1,000, 1,500 horsepower cars, you need all that power to get in the 9s, but guys are doing it with far less for many years. And all these turbo guys are just used to like the long run, right? They get a shitty 60 foot, like 2 seconds. They're like, I'm gonna fucking gain up for that. And you can with turbos, which is what's cool about it. But a dig car, dude, you can get them in a fucking, that thing makes, 800 horsepower nitrous. It's got a face-plated TKO in it. Built 8.8 with 31 spline Mosers.
axles in it. Team Z suspension front to back. You know, this suspension kit's gone like 1.2.3s or 1.2.0 60 foots on it. So yeah, this thing, once I figure it out someday, if I ever get around to it, I'm not super motivated for drag racing, and I built a drag car, but I built it for a street car. Honestly, I want a rowdy ass street car that I can take to the strip, but it's really geared way more towards drag racing. Anyways, I will get a 9-second pass of this car. It's been my dream to do a 9-second pass, but I want the fucker standing up. That's why I faceplayed the transmission. I got the 2-step, fucking launch it first gear, wheels off the ground, and be one of them badass motherfuckers that bang second, right? When you're in the air, and then you bring it down and blow the front end out of it. No one gives a fuck when you blow it, even though you close down the track and shit. There's still those dumb cunts out there that are just like you. You wheel stood it, you dumb fuck, and you blew the suspension out of it. That's all. Honestly, if I don't get a 9 and I get that, that's okay too. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, man. So, if anything I have that is in the 10-second, 9-second class, it's this one. And this one here is in the 15, well, technically factory, they're supposed to be, I think, 14-second cars. That one's like a 13-second car factory. I would imagine if I had the balls to launch it on the stock 10 bolt, which is hilarious. This car's got everything done to it. The Trans Am, everything you can imagine, minus the diff. And everyone's like, it's going to blow up on you. It's like, it hasn't yet. But when it breaks, I will fix it because I want 410 gears in it. They're 342 gears right now. But when I do put a Moser diff in there with 411 gears, I would imagine this car would be in the 11s. You know, it's an NA. It makes like 480 wheel or something. Yeah, but yeah, this bad boy's got, you know, she's got the whole 9 yards. QA1 double adjustable coilovers front and back, dual exhaust, stainless steel, like true dual exhaust. You know, chrome ollie everything, A-arms, upper and lowers, sway bars, K-member, 3-point subframe connectors, torque arm, lower control arms, you know, built stroker. I pulled the 6-speed apart and I turned it into a kind of a semi-Viper spec one. It still has synchronizers and all that. It's still double cone synchronizers, not triple cone synchronizers, but you know, it still shifts really nice. Got a McLeod dual disc clutch in it. Oh, look at this upgrade. I went from a Tickmaster 7/8 bore to a 13/16, is it? Yeah, 13/16, which allows proper pedal travel and engagement with a dual disc clutch, unlike a 7/8 bore, which is too much volume. But yeah, so this car is getting tailored into what I've always wanted it to be, and it's fucking dope. I've actually opened up the air snouts on it here and got rid of the rain baffles. So it's true Ram Air. And how this system works on this car is it has this air box that seals to the hood, and then you actually have the cones, which draw air in from here. This little metal plate, you buy these little plates, they're about $100. And it funnels the air in here, and then it also pulls the air into the actual air box through these scoops. So it's true functional Ram Air. And yeah, so that's a cool little thing I did. I did a wire tuck on this thing, got rid of the coil packs and all that, and cleaned the engine up so it looks like a kind of more traditional V8 small block. Yeah, like I said, I got the Sparco quick release wheel in it now and stuff. Dude, this car, I can't wait to drive it. Big stereo. It's got a full JL audio system I'm putting in it, subwoofer and everything, and the, you know, nice amps. Look at the tailpipes on her, buddy. She's a thick old girl. Yeah, she's ready to boogie, dude. And then the tires in the back are bald. These are 335 tires. Bosey 3-piece forged wheels with custom collector's edition center caps that I had to pay out the ass to have made up. But yeah, this thing is, she's built. And it's yellow, and I love it, and I didn't love it at first. And some people chirp me about the yellow. Some people love the yellow. I'm on the side of, like, I kind of wish it was Sunset Orange Metallic, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, if you got to bang a couple dudes around here to make a fast pass, and that's what we're doing, I guess, fuck. Like, yeah, I got 2 yellow cars too, right? I'm one of those car guys. They're going to go look at the older one and the newer one. Fucking hanging around. Yellow, man. Let's do it. I have old JL 10W6. I think that's what this sub is. I haven't put it in the car yet. But I got the 2 amps. I got a 4-channel and a 2-channel for the speakers and all that. And I got all JL speakers for the front and back. Then I got the subwoofer box that goes in the factory place, the CD changer. So it actually looks like a factory piece, eh? And the sub is a W6. And then I got a Kenwood deck in it, got the wiring harness for everything and all that. And yeah, I just got to get it all in the car. But yeah, I could turn it into a taxi. I could turn it into a fucking, what do you call those things? Those guys that pick up the guys and they try to bang you in the back seat. Oh God, what's it called? Uber or some shit. Anyways, that's my experience with Uber. I miss car audio from the 90s. I miss people caring more about car stereos. Nowadays, everyone's like, I got a Bluetooth speaker, dude. But yeah, look at that Kenwood deck I put in there. I just put this in here and I got rid of that stupid factory Sunfire, the thing that comes in all the Grand Ams and everything. Then I got the short throw MGW shifter in here with the billet stick. I'm pulling the foreskin down. Hold on a second here. Got the billet stick there and the billet knob. So you're really like, and then it's got like a brass cup in the transmission. So you're really in the metal internals when you're holding this in your hand. Like you're feeling everything that's going on inside. Then I got my plaque that I had made up here. My car is actually number 56 in total of any collector's edition off the assembly line. But mine was also number 19 off the assembly line. The first 19 T-top 6-speed cars made with that combo. Then yeah, I got the Sparco
Quick release steering wheel in here, and I got my pillar gauges over there. And yeah, this steering wheel looks so much better. I can't really reach it, but you click it off and you can pull it off like one of those Honda fuckboys, eh? But yeah, Sparco with the yellow centering stripe in the middle, because God forbid we don't have any more yellow in this car. A little bit of yellow there. You know, just accent the interior with just a tad of yellow, because it's, you know, ebony black interior with the leather seats. They say collector's edition on the headrests and all that. Super mint car, low miles. One of, I think, 800 or 650 T-top 6-speed cars made. Yeah, it's a cool little piece of history, and I've completely butchered it by putting all this race car stuff in it. But I'll have you know, all of the factory stuff, everything down to the factory rods and pistons is all in these boxes through the whole top shelf. All the factory suspension pieces. So if I ever were to go down the road of being an old man and wanting to revert it back to stock, I'm like, I got a collector's edition. I have all the means to do so, minus the hole I drilled in the firewall for my gauges. So that might kill a purist. I'm not one of those trapdoor guys that cuts a hole in your fucking floor pan to access your fuel pump. Some guys are. I'm not hating on them. But I would like it, those guys stop. I know these guys should take. Please stop lying. It's very easy to take the fuel tank out of those cars, and it's not faster to rip the whole interior apart and cut a hole in the floor. It's just, that's not true. I've done it in both of these cars, like 2 times on each, and that's not real. That's not a thing. These guys are lying. They're just trying to make their point more valid, and it's okay. You can cut a hole in your floor. I don't care. I'm not one of those guys on the other side that pulls the fuel tank and says, huh, you're hurting the stock value of this car. I'm not one of those assholes either. I'm just like, don't fucking lie. You're all lying. No one knows there's a hole in the goddamn floor, so it's not hurting the value. You just don't tell the motherfucker, right? He's not pulling the fuel tank out to look up, and he's not pulling the interior out to look down. So if you really want to be a purist and think that's going to hurt the resale value of your car, most motherfuckers aren't going to care, and if they care, they're not going to see it, and you could probably just hide it from them. And the other way is, it is not faster to pull the interior apart, cut a hole in the floor, and risk cutting anything when you can, and putting a stupid fucking bullshit locker door in there, when you could just pull the fuel tank. I'm a fuel tank puller, but I'm not a climate denier either. Oh God, who comes up with this shit? You are the value of the car. It's still alive? No. Fireworks or guns? Someone's popping rounds out there. Living in the country, eh? So we got. Always have your gun loaded though, right? Motherfuckers come to your property and try to pull shit. Pierce put up the original factory mistakes. Yeah, they do. Big time. Like the first one of this car is the factory torque arms are bullshit. It's like the first mod I'd ever do to one. The factory clutch quadrant, or the factory clutch master cylinder. You put one of these Tiltons in there. This is like the same one they use in NASCAR. This unit right here, which comes with the adapter block to work in these cars. And yeah, dude. And then the 13/16 bore in conjunction with the McLeod dual disc clutch works super good. It gives you proper engagement, because if you use a 7/8 bore or a 3/4 inch bore, you're pushing too much fluid, and your engagement point is like an on-off switch. So when these guys, like, they don't know what they're talking about. First of all, they don't shim their clutch or their hydraulic throat bearing on their T56 properly, so you don't have the proper disengagement window, or that air gap between your throat bearing and your diaphragm and your clutch. So these guys never shim them right, so they fuck that up right away. So your engagement's going to suck anyways. And then they'll go and throw this clutch in with a gigantic master cylinder bore and wonder why it's like an on-off switch. You have to fine-tune the living fuck out of everything you do if you want to. If you're going to put... Dude, I spent how many hours learning how to rebuild 6-speeds and shit? I did that. And then I learned how to build just the car in general. I learned about the dual disc clutch, how to set up the clutch, and this and that. And like, fuck, I'm going to overlook that. So you got to tell these people. And they're like, no, it should work. It's like, no, it doesn't. Call the helpline, man. Those guys will help you. They're pretty good. Call Tick Performance or McLeod. McLeod's like a really independent, well thought out company. Any experience I've had with them, and they'll chat with you about their dual disc clutch. So this is a slipper clutch? No, this one I cheaped out on the clutch. I should put a slipper clutch in it. Or, this one has a really grippy single disc, which is like, everyone's like, it's going to be like an on-off switch, and it kind of is, but it's actually a really nice drivable clutch compared to what I thought it would be. And it grips super hard. But this car should have a slipper clutch if I want it to be in the 9s, to be honest with you. If I want it to actually be a consistent car, and I want it to fucking put down power, I should have a slipper clutch in it. Yeah, you're getting a slipper clutch. So we're going to that. But that car's out for the year, right? And I could have ran it. Everyone's like, why don't you run it? I'm like, well, because I did a leak down test on it. There was a 10% variance in one of the cylinders. And it was a cold leak down test, but there was a 10% variance in one of the cylinders. And I remember the oil was super clean after Miles of Mayhem last year, but there was a little chunk of something that came out, which it was one thing. It was one thing on the magnet. And it looked like a piece of piston ring, which would explain the 10% variance in leak down. That is clearly coming from the crankcase. Now, if I run that, right now it's in great shape. I can pull it apart, re-ring it, maybe hone it, and I'm probably fucking laughing But might need to borrow it. But if I run it that way, buddy, are we asking for a rowdy bad time, right? So I'm gonna just hold off here and just be patient because I've always been impatient and blowing shit up. That's how you learn as a car guy, right? You're always blowing shit up. It's costing you out the ass. You need a White Claw, brother. I would love one. This slipper. I'm gonna pull my dual disc and go to a slipper next year. Yeah, dude, that car needs a slipper for sure. Fucking 100%. 100% the old 55. How much is gas in Canada? Well, in Alberta, we're paying like $1.40 a liter. Depending where you are, I was in BC and I was paying $2.15 a liter. I was in Ontario paying $2 a liter. I was Manitoba or Saskatchewan, $2 a liter, 180, 189. But in Alberta, it's come down a lot. I had gas here today at like $1.34 or something. You know, it's Russia's fault. Sure. Yeah, if you take the ethanol out, yeah. For sure. We're all just putting water in our tanks. Putting water in hopes and dreams. Let's keep printing money. We gotta help these people. He's shut down all their businesses. We're gonna help them. Print off money. Government just makes it, then we're all good. No, we're not. It's called inflation, cunt. Don't work that way. Wish it did, but it don't. It's imaginary money. It's gonna make you pay and me pay. But what do the rich people care? They're good. Fucking rich get richer, the poor get poor. That's what this is all about, right? The Royal Enfield 650 Twin Interceptor had the best gearbox any bikes you ever ridden. I read later it has a slipper. Oh, that's dope. A factory bike, eh? Was that a British bike or something? I ride a Triumph. I like the old British bike, not my Harley of the UK. I've been eating ribeye steak because gas came down, bro. Yeah, me too. Alberta, baby. I got an Alberta beef again. Oh, yeah. I got some cows next door. I'm thinking, fucking, you know. I can't do it to the neighbor. He's a nice guy. But if I get hungry, it should go south. I'm coming for that prime rib, boy. What do we got here? Democrats didn't lower gas. Joe Biden build back better. Yeah, right on. What's your prediction for winter? Yeah, I agree. I think so. I think they're coming back because when they pulled the mandates back in the spring, the early summer, remember they dragged on for so long, and even like some of the mainstream guys were like, what are you guys doing? This is getting fucking sketchy. Like, okay, we'll pull them for now. But we're gonna leave it. They didn't pull back the Quarantine Act completely. All they did was just dial back the restrictions and leave the clause in place so they can bring it back if the virus mutates. Their words. And then they changed the definition of fully vaxxed from 2 to up to date at the same time. So what do you think? Are the mandates coming back? Lockdowns? Something's coming back, and it's not gonna be fucking pretty. I'm gonna start smashing my head through drywall now. We're gonna need to reunite Kevin Rev and Kevin Ayresman. We're gonna need to reunite. We're gonna get this box match over, and then we're gonna have to square up and become real fighters and fight tyranny, right? Think about it. You know he's never had a real job. JT, I mean, I've never had a real job either. I'm not gonna lie. JT's like, he's had a job. Being the biggest fuckhead in Canada, that's a fucking job. The guy gets paid for it too, right? It's a job. Think about it. We pay him to do it. So I'm saying all these people are nuts. You know these assholes who are like, oh, Justin and Sophie are on a trip again to the Bahamas. What are they up to? Sweet Teen Magazine. You know all that bullshit? These are the delusional fucks that pay out the ass in their taxes. And they'll ride the wave of inflation and be like, I don't know what happened. These are the people who will fucking be like, oh my God, they're on vacation. They're such a beautiful couple. It's like, yeah, you are content with being a slave your whole life and paying for that guy's fucking vacation. You know? Trudeau caught monkeypox 6 times. He hasn't fucking talked about it. He takes it in the ass. And that's what people don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about it. That's why all these politicians have kept their mouths shut through monkeypox. They're like, well, you know, if you just, everyone should just kind of like, you know, you need to stay at home or maybe not, you know, go out and be very careful. Everybody, or the guys that are into butt stuff. Hey, who is it? Who is it, man? Be honest. It's okay to say it. We're all being such pussies. Progressive politics turn us into pussies, right? But the end of the fucking motherfucking day, you gotta say it how it is. Quit receiving it in the ass from random guys you don't know. It's that simple. It doesn't have to hurt anybody's feelings. That's the facts. It's like a fucking fax machine printing off the facts, and you motherfuckers are like, oh, no, I can't hear it. Trudeau's got monkeypox 6 times. Remember, he keeps getting COVID. He's triple fucking got 9 boosters, and the cunt's still getting fucking. He's still getting the old Rona. Yeah, Uncle Trudy's a real fucking gem, that cunt. Yeah, he really, he says, see me, I'm taking the, remember every time he gets it, he goes, I'm taking the special precautions to lock down and stay safe and doing the same within Health Canada's guidelines. Yeah, that's why you wear a mask.
Yeah, everywhere in Canada. That's how you know politicians are playing theater, like Hitler did. They come up in a different way. We're not saying they're Hitler, but they're kind of Hitler. Come up to the podium, they put the mask on, take it off, put it down, say their speech, put it back on. The next guy come up, the guy talks. He's like, "Now introducing Justin Trudeau again." It's like, "Oh fuck, gotta hear from this fuckhead again." Guy comes back, pulls the mask off again. It's like, dude. Then he goes over to fucking Boy Howdy Town, fucking Russia or not Russia, fucking Ukraine, and he fucking doesn't wear a mask, right? And he goes to the EU, doesn't wear a mask. It's like, dude, you are a fucking theater clown. Hello.
Where's the boombox?
The boombox is in the back of the Camaro. No, it's not. Hold on a second. Oh, it's on the shelf, glass shelf, top. I put your password in it because it was fucking not doing its thing right. Oh yeah, top glass shelf in the living room. Can I have that? Do you have any White Claws?
Nope.
Really?
Why would I have white claws?
Usually we have White Claws stored up. I don't know. Not cool. Anyways, yeah, that was pretty funny. That's pretty true though. The guy's going to the EU and he's fucking lying, right? He's going around. The rise of authoritarianism is on the rise. And it's like, dude, shut up. You are an authoritarian. You can't. You do a great Homer Simpson impression. I wasn't even trying. I didn't even know I could do one. Get this man a White Claw. Get me a goddamn black cherry White Claw so I can fucking smash it off my head. You know what I actually want is a fucking what are those cunts? Those fucking the newer ones. The basic bitches avoided. All the basic bitches had White Claws. That's how I know people are basic bitches or simps, right? I support the current thing because they're into White Claws. Basic bitches like, oh my god, they got the lime, they got the black cherry, and then watermelon came out. The dopest, slappiest, hardest slapping flavor. And there's another one. It's like strawberry or something. Strawberry is the biggest slapper. And then I started drinking those. Is muted. That's fucking wicked. Not cool. Hold on. Okay, so Wi-Fi is not working. So I'm off the Wi-Fi. Is the sound here? Is the stream clear? 170 minutes. I don't know what that. I was being a bit of a conspiracy theorist in Ottawa. Like I just new to live streams. I'm going around telling everybody that, you know, I was spreading misinformation. I'll be fucking honest. I was going around telling everybody that, you know, they're fucking interfering with my streams. No, I just didn't know how the fuck to keep my Wi-Fi off. That was some of it. And then some of it was my stupid VPN. But I think there was a lot of fuckery though. Now that I think about it, there was some fuckery. They were fucking people over. Oh, the network. A lot of people on it live streaming. As I'm telling those other irrelevant YouTubers. Fire. You gotta fuck off. Keep Ottawa Scotty on. Keep like War Campaign, all those guys. But some of these other nerds walking around like just, hey man, Ottawa today, and I'm just like kind of nervous about all the fascists. Like, don't be here. Don't be live streaming, man. You're hurting the network. I need to be on there. Now you're fucking slowing down the feed. Fuck, dude. You're making irrelevant content. You're fucking up the relevant content.
Is your phone connected to the boombox?
Is that what this is? Oh.
It's communism.
There we are. Where did it talk to? Don't. Hey, I'm gonna get. Hey, stop. Turn that off. I'm gonna get fucking hit. I'm gonna get hit on a copyright strike. Get out of here. Go. Jesus Christ, she's fucking risky, that broad. Okay, so apparently I was connected to the Bluetooth speaker, and she turned on Bluetooth. See, that's what happened in Ottawa. I was doing shit like that. I went through. Well, I can't even hear my feed. And I'm pounding fucking Spice Girls on some random fuck speaker. I'm like, I didn't even turn my Spotify on, but it hits one of my most fire playlists. And obviously I got Spice Girls on there, right? You're coming through at a whopping 240p. Yes, Ottawa Scotty's like me. He's into the hot rod shit and guitars and shit, eh? He's dope. I met him one time in the streets quickly, but he was live streaming. I didn't want to interrupt him. We talked briefly. He was like, oh, you're Ty Roaster's garage, you're Ottawa Scotty. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm doing a live. I'm like, fucking see you later, bro. I was doing a live at the same time, too. He was on one of my lives. Well, he was living, so I'm on one of his lives. Yeah, so Whitney just came in here blaring fucking some, like, greasy country. And I'm like, dude, like, you no, I'm like, stop. And she's looking at me like this, just holding the speaker. I'm like, stop. Like, I'm trying to talk over. I'm like, talk, turn it off. Like, you're gonna fucking copyright strike me. I can't do copyright strikes anymore. I'm going broke doing this shit, right? I gotta make money on this shit. And she's in here fucking blaring, I thought you were country or some shit. Hey, ain't you the country? Whatever the fuck. I don't know. Clay admitted you were a fraud during the trucker protest. Yeah, people come up with some crazy shit. I semi-admitted I was a fraud if you think about it. Smart ass. But also fucking have my suspicions. How would you come to the conclusion that that's admitting I'm a fraud? Please explain. Here, seriously, I'm not. No one's like, please, mods, don't do anything. Let this guy fucking go. Let's see. Here he is. Say, I want to know I'm a fraud. People say shit, but they never have a claim to back it up. Just as I say, I may have got something wrong, doesn't mean that the whole thing is a fraud. That's completely made up. So, take time to explain yourself. Unless you're just trolling. I mean, when you're a friend trolling, but people do say that a lot, and I'm like, what does it fucking mean, though, bro? He caught them sleeping in the cruiser. The gay dudes? The Zot Claude. What happened to that Zot guy? Anita Marie, how's it going? Good, you? I called everyone a fed, even Dave from the shed. When yeah, everyone's getting called a fed. I remember, dude, it got to the point where it was so fucking funny. Everyone's calling everyone feds. I was like, oh my god, this is a shit show. Oh my god. Everyone's a fed. People will take like little sound clips of me saying something like that and they'll put it on their channel. They're like, I told you Tanner was a fraud. And like 3 people watch it. It's like, stop. You're irrelevant as fuck. Like, you're not gonna fucking convince me I'm a fraud, right? I'm not a fraud. I'm only partially a fraud. Zot made a fortune and has been traveling. He probably did make it. Well, he was monetized, eh? Fuck, I made nothing. Everyone's like, dude, you must have made hundreds of thousands of dollars off those views. Like, I had millions and millions of fucking views. And then, like, a bunch of content people were stealing. I did not give a fuck about the money. I gave a fuck about pursuing content and just being there. And I had no fucking time. Honestly, there was no time to go in there and be like, oh, I got to copyright strike this guy because he stole my video. And, like, Dave was teaching me how to do it. And I'm like, man, no, I got to go. I got to be in the streets. I got to get videos out. I got to get the Jerry Can army underway, which I did. I was dropping Jerry Can videos. They're getting like hundreds of thousands of views. It was fucking dope. And I made no money. Yeah, Zot got a lot of donations. He had fucking like, dude, he had like 90,000 subs or 70,000 or something. He started with like somewhere's around me, I think, and then he went hard live streaming. He had his sister, I think it was, out live streaming in the night, and he was out in the day, or vice versa. 24/7 live streams from Zot. That motherfucker like just fucking gone, eh? So he probably made bank. There's some motherfuckers that didn't make any bank. There's some motherfuckers that made bank, right? A lot of people. Uncle Ronald's Airsman made bank off me. Fucking tried to help him out, and then he fucking pay me back. You made truth content. Thank you. I say I like Gonzo journalism. Viva Fry made enough to move to Florida. Yeah, Viva Fry. Yeah, that guy is a hero. I'm so happy that guys are using their platforms of that scale to talk about such a controversial subject. Any of my friends and YouTubers that watch my stream right now, also thank you for coming out and talking about it. It's not easy because your platform is supposed to be dedicated to one thing, and you will fuck up your algorithm, and you'll fuck up a lot of your followers too, and you'll lose a lot of subs, probably gain a lot too. But you are putting yourself out there when you're talking about when you're a car channel, and then you're like, hey, I'm a fucking freedom fighter now. You're taking a dime off the goddamn deep end. So when a guy like Viva Fry does it, or a huge platform like that, what's up, man? When they do it, it's definitely hats off to them. I hope you're not too upset about using your stuff for the video. I did truthfully. No, that's fine. People who gave me credit, that's fine. I'm okay. And even the people who completely scammed and just used my footage and never gave me credit and just tried to pretend it was their own. And I see like videos that got like literally 800,000 views that weren't on my channel, that were my complete video. And I wasn't even mad. I was kind of mad, but I was like, dude, honestly, it's got 800,000 views, which means that's 800,000 people who are seeing it. And that's all I give a fuck about. And people will say that I'm a clout chaser and I'm a fake and I'm a fraud and I'm blah, 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 whatever. That's in all my truth and honesty. That is what I cared about. I cared about people just seeing it. Not about me getting clout. None of my face was in those big bangers that got millions of views. My face wasn't even in fucking half of them. They were just like videos of people and convoy and drone shots. And people are like, who the fuck did this? I'm like, Ghost creator, bro. Ghost creator. Just get the vibe. Get on. See the news. See the reality. That's all I cared about. That's what I did. 2 years I talked. People, my friends, like, dude, let's stop talking about it. None of us are going to do anything. I'm like, I'll do something. I would like to, but I have nothing to do it on. Then the Freedom Convoy happened, gave me a platform like most, and I took action. And that was my goal, is to get the message out and show people from the sky, show people from the convoy in the middle of it. And yes, be a cog in the wheel. Be the cog and just get it out there. Get the information out there and show people the reality of what was actually going on, because we knew mainstream media was going, oh man, you guys are Nazis and they're fucking lighting churches on fire. Shut up. Or they're lighting apartments on fire. Well, the other thing they used in the Emergencies Act invocation was, oh, these guys are arsons. And then that got debunked. Turns out that was a lie. Mm-hmm. Viva and Tucker Carlson did a lot, and people were calling him a fascist, which is, then he asked them, why am I a fascist? They try to explain, and he's like, no, that doesn't make any sense, and I agree with him. People calling him a fascist was a complete bull, and a racist was a bullshit lie. Made up liberal propaganda. I made the odd rant video. I have been under the radar because no subs. Dope. Thanks, drunk Vigo. Thank you. Take a bullet for the goddamn country. Anyone that streams protest should be hired by top news outlets. Yeah, but they're not smart, man. You know, like Rebel News even. I mean, like, some of the reporters are good, but some of the reporters are like, dude, there's so many people you could reach out to and you could have as a reporter on your platform if you would have paid attention. But I feel like they kind of have egos, or like the leadership of Rebel News, like going, huh, we didn't recruit him or find him. He's just an independent. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. But I feel like there's some good guys that could have went after. Never heard of them going after anybody. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. But that's kind of the vibe I get. But maybe not. All I know is that CBC and all these assholes are going to have to become a little more neutral. Like CNN just got bought out. Jeff Zucker's gone. And Brian Stelter, this is the talking American side, obviously, but Brian Stelter's gone, which is hilarious. Oh, man, his last speech, I don't know how many people have seen his last speech on his way out, but it was pathetic and it was glorious. And yeah, now it's been bought out, and they want to pull away from the left-wing narrative they're talking about, and they want to go back towards what they were, real journalism. That's what we need to do with all media outlets. All legacy media needs to go back and quit becoming propaganda bullshit. They see Democrats and liberals losing control. They see them losing their minds and getting crazier and crazier in the progressive train, trying to win votes from people that are completely irrelevant, and it's not working. And with that being said, I'm gonna get off this live stream now, because it's been a gang. We're on here 3 hours now, officially, I think 3 hours, and I said I was gonna do an hour. I'm gonna do a live stream every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time right now. And yeah, I'll schedule one tomorrow or the next day, so you know, and it's the lead up to it. And yeah, if you want to donate to my channel, you can do it through Super Chats, or you can do it through my Patreon, which, huge shout out to Peg from Zip Ties and Bias Plies for getting me going on Patreon. The guy inspired me. He's got complete fuckery content. If you want to see some degenerate redneck shit, head over to Zip Ties and Bias Plies on YouTube. If you want to see really good car-related content, head over to Shade Tree Mechanical or D&D Speed Shop. Those guys also inspired me on the Miles Mayhem of what I want to do with my channel. And yeah, so that being said, thanks for watching. If you want to support me in non-financial ways, which is still all support, you don't got to donate to me, like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment in the comment section below when the video comes up, or just engaging in the live stream. And that is how you can show your support here on Tyros' Garage, get the algorithm in my favor, and help me grow this channel. So when this boxing match happens, we have as many eyes on it and as subscriptions as possible, so we can donate back to those who lost everything for us. And with that being said, this is Ty Roaster's Garage signing off, and hope y'all beauties have a fabulous fucking night. We'll see you next time.